Just answer the question. You are dodging the question here, bro.
I'm not dodging the question.
I feel you are not answering the question because you know if you answer it, I'll easily catch you. That's why.
We are not the only primitive apes, like they were Homo neanderthals, Homo erectus, Homo habilis.
Yeah, we wiped them all out, yes.
And we are surviving here.
Yes.
Like that, it's not that big problem to consume animals and killing and things.
It's not a problem for whom, Shaan?
For anybody. You spent your physical work or your psychological intelligence to earn that money.
So,
and I took that.
Yes, so that is the same as taking fruit from the plant.
Oh, don't you agree with that?
No, I don't agree. No.
So you're representing the whole entire animal kingdom, right?
Not exactly, no.
Why couldn't you use the term like mammal or chordata?
I should say I'm a mammal's rights activist.
Yeah, obviously, for marketing purpose alone, you use the word animal. Wouldn't that make you a hypocrite?
If you want to call me in that regard, yeah, you can.
You are agree with you are hypocrite, and I'm agree with I'm a hypocrite. If I'm eating a meat and
really, Shaan? Yeah. Okay. So now see, here's the thing. Okay, if you want to open another can of worms, I'm ready. Okay.
Yeah.
Interested in going vegan? Watch Arvind's full guide to being vegan in India.
Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of Face to Face with Arvind. And today's episode, we have another guest from the general public, Mr. Shaan Prasanna. Welcome to the show, bro.
Thanks, bro. Thanks for having me.
Yeah, how are you doing?
I'm doing very good. Thanks for asking, and how you are doing.
Yeah. So, can you just tell us to the audience, like, who are you, where you come from, what they can know about you?
Yeah, not that much. They don't want to know about me. I'm just a physiotherapist. I completed my graduation here at Chennai, and I come from Batlagundu, like nearby Kodaikanal. People, whoever went to Kodaikanal, they know about that. So that much, nothing interesting in my life. So yeah,
that's pretty much.
I'm very good.
Okay. So I just want to ask you, like, first of all, how do you know about me? How did you decide to get in touch with me? Can you just share that?
Okay, the thing is, like, I come to know about you very, very long ago, like before lockdown.
Okay.
I used to listen a podcast of people who known as Shummi Vannakaviyangal.
Nanachen.
Yeah.
Okay.
So that guy mentioned your name, and I went.
Can you go in detail if possible? You can even speak in Tamil here. Enna sonna? What did he say about me?
Nothing.
You can be vulgar. I don't mind. Just say what he said.
No. He said like there's one guy named as Arvind, and he's spreading this propaganda or veganism and something like that. I never heard about veganism. I never heard about Arvind. I don't know who it is or what it is. I went to search, and I didn't get anything.
Mm-hmm.
So I was not that curious. But recent days, so many activists and so many people, they are standing in public places with board. Why are you doing this? You should not do that. This is wrong. And like what? Actually, something is something serious going on, or are we doing crime? Like that question was started to blink on my mind, and then suddenly, like out of nowhere, your feed or post started to pop on my feed. Initially, I started to ignore that because I'm not that into things like new things or something that.
Okay.
If it is related to religionism or in fact casteism, that will lure me in.
Fair enough.
So food things I don't get. But I'm not exactly sure how I get into your video. Then slowly I started to scroll through your page, and I'm very much interested in the comment below your posts.
Okay.
Like actually what you are talking is very legit, okay? I have no problem with that, and I have never seen any flaws in things like that. You are asking what you've seen, like when you went to slaughterhouse and that seriously made something change into yourself, and you are preaching that to people. I have no problem with that, but in the comment section, like people are fighting, right? That doesn't make any sense. Like you even in fact I am against the people who are fighting us. No, they are also living beings. Like plants also have lives.
You think
Plants
that's a stupid argument?
Yeah, definitely.
Okay.
I'm not okay with it. And at the same wise, like some vegans or vegetarians, they would say as if I eat meat, I'll become that like that animal. My character will become like that. That's also one type of stupid argument. So I used to I'll go to your post and I'll look at your comments so that I can fight with somebody.
Okay.
Like when I'm bored,
in the comment section.
yeah, in the comment section, I'll go search for the most dumbest argument or most dumbest comment or something like that,
Okay.
and I'll pick up that person and I'll ask them questions, and I'll have some little chit chat or fun with them. That's it.
Okay.
But I have some serious questions about the ideologies or the metaphors, and I tried I tried so many times to reach you, kind of like or you're going to colleges. Actually, is he mentioning like this college I'm going, or how he is going? I don't know.
I will never mention that.
Yeah, I searched and I lost it.
Never mention that. Yeah.
So I was waiting for the right time, like I was waiting for that time, and you mentioned open debate challenge, face me. So I thought, then later I come to know in your video I saw first few minutes, you mentioned that biggest influencers. So I thought it's not for general audience, I guess. Then after I get into the video, you said, yeah, you, the one you watching
yes.
you can talk to me. Okay, fine. Yeah, I have opportunity. I have some door to open. So I just emailed you, and this happened.
Okay, fair enough. That's a fair enough explanation. So, okay. So I just want to comment on one thing, if we can, just to get started. You spoke about how some vegans and vegetarians make statements saying that if you eat animals, you'll become like animals. I just want you to clarify here right now. Are you talking about vegans or are you talking about vegetarians? Because there's a big difference between the ideologies of both
actually,
of them.
The thing is, I watched you a video of how to be a vegan in Indian, and
the 90-minute video.
Yeah, and you mentioned that you are also against a certain vegan ideology, or certain vegans like who are going and eating raw broccoli juice only and raw foods.
Yes.
Like that, you are against it, and you are against. You mentioned this too, I guess. Like who are eating, they will become. You are actually against that, I guess.
Wait, you said I mentioned it like a fact, or I'm against it? You're saying,
against that fact.
It's not a fact. It's bullshit.
You're against that point.
Yeah, I'm against that point. Exactly.
If you eat something, you'll become like an animal.
Yes. I don't say that.
Yeah.
I don't speak like that. And my point again, I want to ask you, when you say there are people who make that statement, just to clarify, Shaan, if I can, are you talking again about vegans or are you talking about vegetarians?
Vegetarians.
Okay, fair enough. I'll tell you why. Because unfortunately in our country, because both involve food, we tend to lump vegans and vegetarians together. But you understand that both are actually very different ideologies. I'm just saying.
Yeah, I agree with that. The thing is, like, non-vegetarian is not something like identifying people, used to people identify the people. Okay. Non-vegetarians are not like a fully carnivorous diet people.
Of course.
We actually eat plants. In biryani, we have rice. That's plant. Like, there's nothing to differentiate as this and this. Like, vegetarian, they consume milk, they wear silk sarees, they consume honey and every type of milk products, and you're against that.
Yeah.
Simple. You are out of that, and you're vegan.
Yes. And for a reason. The reason is because I am saying that animals also deserve moral consideration.
Yeah.
The reason is very important because I am not saying that there is a God and the God is commanding me to be vegan.
Yeah.
I am not saying that if you eat this, it's a sin and you will go to hell. That's not my statement.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, like, how we show respect to fellow humans, we should also show respect to fellow animals. That is the point of view I come from. Okay, fine. So I think to get started, I just want to ask you one question, then the ball will just get rolling. Could you please, in your own words, define veganism for me? Like, how would you define that word?
Yeah, from what I understood or what I perceive, like, veganism is not a dietary choice. It's something about lifestyle. Okay. And when we implies or when we mention the word lifestyle, we should have to follow certain types of rules and principles. So, and what I believe is that veganism's main principle is revolve around the golden rule of do unto others as you have do unto them.
I really like this guy. The right word in Tamil for you is Telivar King Shaan. Like, you seem to know clearly what I speak. Okay, go on. I'm really impressed by you. Go on.
So that's your principle. And basically, this is veganism. And like, why it's different from vegetarians, or it's like they are only have their choices, and they restricted themselves within food. In their plate itself, they finish that. And as you said, it's like a sin and these things they would mention. But in the other hand, like vegans, they started this as I guess it started in UK, I guess.
Yes, you're
from
right. It
two
did. A long
from
time ago, yeah.
husband and wife, I guess. They visited a farmhouse, they visited slaughterhouse. They didn't feel well, so they asked the question why. And there comes the veganism, and later people started to realize that that this guys make sense. So what's wrong with if we follow that?
Right.
And they started to follow it, and it started to work pretty good for you people. And you decided to okay, why not spread that? Yeah. So this is like lifestyle. Basically, you don't have any god. You are going behind the philosophy.
Me personally, see, there are vegans who do believe in God. Me personally, I'm an atheist. I have to say, veganism and atheism do not necessarily go together.
No, not individually, but on a general perspective, if we see veganism, that's a philosophy.
It's a philosophy.
It's a way of life. Yeah.
Perfect. Okay. Wow. I must say, bro, like of all the people I've been talking to from the general public, like the right word to say is, again, Tamil da varadhilla vandittu, deliver kenga. You seem to understand perfectly what I'm saying. So now I'm very curious why you are not vegan, or where do you disagree with me, or where do we don't see eye to eye. Like you understand everything and you are not even like stating it wrongly. For example, I just have to say there are some people who come as a guest on the show, they will understand what I'm saying, but purposely they'll misquote me just to get the upper hand. I don't know why, but you don't do any of that. So I want to know, where do we feel like we are not seeing eye to eye?
The thing is, like, I'm not a person like this is right and this is wrong to say. What I actually believe is like we humans, everybody are selective sinners. We do sins that we are okay to commit with, and we judge others who commits the sin we are not we are not okay with. So I go like this rule, follow by this rule, following this rule. So I'm not here to say like you are wrong. You should not do this and you should not do that. I'm not that type of person, and I'm not with that idea.
But you do realize that vegans, however, do say that you are wrong. Even though you say to us that you vegans are neither right or wrong, you just do what you do. We vegans are going out of our way to say, no, you are wrong, Shaan. You should change. Do you understand why we say that?
Yeah, because I eat meat. Yeah, because I consume animal products, or because I in veganism terms, or in a Gen Z terms, or I don't know what term it is. I'm being a hypocrite or something like that. I don't know.
Since you use the word sin when you describe certain actions right now, you're right. People selectively pick what they want to do and what they don't want to do. I agree. But my question to you will be, I'm talking to you right now, I find you to be very rational. I don't see you trying to make unnecessary arguments. I see you sticking to a point and being very clear on that. So if I could just focus on this further, instead of we'll just remove the word sin right now, and can we replace it in society with a word like right and wrong? Or say we can use a word like moral and immoral. Would that be all right with you? Because sin means we're again bringing in religion, right? Pavam, punyam.
Yeah.
Right?
So moral and immoral, I guess why I'm not agree with that is actually in nature there is no moral and immoral. For animals there is no moral and immoral.
Agreed.
And if like why people saying this moral and immoral, it's all started with religion. You should not do this.
Okay.
It will offend our superior person. Like that's how the moral and immoral values have been designed for us. So if we see in a wild, I don't want to compare ourselves with a lion, tiger, like in that stupid way. Let's take chimpanzees. So in nature, they are living in the nature. Do they have any moral values?
A chimpanzee.
Yeah.
I would presume, I don't think so. Yeah. I would say that based on their intelligence at that moment, what they feel is beneficial, they'll do, and that's it. They will not think beyond that.
Yeah, actually, if we see in our country right now, if one female is walking on a road, or one male, even nowadays males are started to getting abused by males. So if the same thing happens in animal kingdom, they're not going to care about it. For when it's happened for them, we don't say or claim that as a we have a term as sexual coercion.
You mean when two animals try to mate, the male
mate or male, 3 to 4 males are trying to convince one female to mate.
In the animal kingdom. Yes.
Here we'll consider that as abuse.
Assault. Yeah.
assault like that. So these things are in nature. Like we eat, we sleep, we breathe oxygen, we drink water, we mate. Everything it's nature. Like there is no difference with us and chimpanzees or bonobos for that matter. What makes us different is the cloth. We speak, we groom, we cut our nails. Actually, nails have a purpose, right? To peel or things, but we cut it for a cosmetic purpose or for a beautiful whatever reasons may be. So these are the rules and principles customized by humans, by ourselves. So it's not like we should not use words sin or moral and immoral. Again, it's about convenience. If it is convenient for me, it is moral. It is immoral. Even if it's, if like I don't know like how or when it started to make a law as this is wrong. Imagine just hypothetically there is a kingdom and if a king have a case like a few people are coming and claiming that that guy is assaulted my daughter and king is like I don't care. What would happen to his princess?
She'll be harmed.
So actually the king would be feel little violated, right? So what if it happens to me? That's the point.
Yes.
That's where the law begins.
Empathy.
That's how I presume that.
Okay.
If I'm not...
if I understood correctly, what you're saying is, I will ask the question how I would feel if I was in that position.
Yeah.
And I will show empathy. Is empathy the right word to use?
Yeah.
Empathy means I'm not sympathy. I'm thinking, oh my God, how will I feel if I'm in their shoes? It'll hurt for me. Therefore, I won't hurt them. Is that the right... am I saying it right? Or am I representing your point fair?
You can.
Okay,
but actually the main thing is it's power. Like king, I don't know is that how law made or why not and how I don't know about anything. And in the ancient times the treatments or punishments were very brutal. They simply chop off their head and they insert a spear into their rectum and get it through your mouth, and like that very creative ways of punishment they had. I don't know about that. Even though if you touch my princess, I will do this to you. If some things happens to your daughter, I won't do that to you. That doesn't make him a king. Actually, people will start to like he's a one guy. Even for instance, we'll take one incident happened in.
One second, if I can. So I'm listening to you so far. You've been going on with that example right now for a good, I'll say 2-3 minutes. Can you conclude upon it? Like, what are you trying to conclude based on this? Let's take that same king example, that story you said right now. What do you wish to conclude upon that? Yes, things were happening like that then. Therefore,
moral and immoral. There is nothing is moral and immoral. We made a law. Humans, we for our convenience, we made it. If we get out of that, we can't survive. Simple.
Yeah.
So there is no big differences in moral, immoral, nothing like that.
So again, if I can just comment on that, I would prefer, again, just saying, you can use this word, no issues for me, but I would prefer not to personally use the word sin, because again, sin would involve religion. So no, it gives a very different feel and meaning. The moment we say sin, it means there's a superior deity watching us and you'll be punished later. That is the word how sin and good karma, bad karma comes. So I don't want to use the word sin, but moral, immoral, I agree that.
I used that as a metaphor for the previous statement I said, like do unto others as you do unto them.
Fine.
For the same metaphor I mentioned, like I go through this rule.
Okay, fine. So when you again talk about, let's take over that example you said right now and talk about laws. Do you agree, Shaan, if I say the statement that in society, we humans do need laws. We do need rules. Would you agree with that statement?
In society?
Yeah, in human society, yes. Else without laws, you can't form a society. Would that be a fair statement?
Yeah, but if I say my perspective, I would be called as an antisocial, a psychopath. I don't know, and I really don't care about that. No, we don't need.
You think no? Would you be willing to, if you're comfortable, can you expand upon that? Why you feel no? Because if we say right now no, if I'm not wrong, and again, if I can just bring this up, before when we were talking there, before the whole podcast began, you were talking about your background and where you come from, and you were mentioning, if I'm not wrong, that in your village, if you can call it that, there's a lot of casteism that does go on there. So you have faced plenty of injustice, I can say.
I didn't, that didn't happen to me.
But you've seen it happening to others.
Yeah.
So you have seen people being prosecuted, people being, would you agree with these words? They were being treated unfairly.
Unfairly.
You'd think unfairly is there. So the moment you use the word unfairly, it shows that you do have some morals and values, right?
Yeah, the thing is, I completely stand against them from the nature perspective. Simple.
From
So
nature's
from nature perspective, you see like any chimpanzees or bonobos. I'm going to use this two animals for a similar comparison because we have a similarity.
Closest to us,
so they have a group. They live in a group. They can't find themselves as I'm a superior, I'm an inferior. They do with their skills, with their strength. They'll fight each other. If some guy comes and challenge me to fight with him to decide who is stronger and who should get authority, come on, let's fight. We'll do. Even though I don't have any fighting skills or I have no any boxing lessons or something like that, we'll fight. The opposite person should be in the same place, right? And we decide. But here what happens is like, I born in this place. You are born in that place. So you should obey me. That's where I'm against. So that's what triggers me because it's against nature.
Okay, so let me just get this straight if I understand it properly. What you're saying is that group A is here one caste, group B is here another caste. At least fight and decide who's better. Don't decide just based on birth. Is that what you're saying right now?
No. Not entirely. I'm telling there should be no differentiation itself. I'm telling.
So you want rules then?
This is not my rules. That is nature rule.
But nature, if I'm not wrong, correct me, Shaan. Nature, as Darwinian evolution, says survival of the fittest.
Yeah.
Right. That is the only strongest genes will reproduce and they will survive.
Yeah.
So in that regard, I can do anything for my survival, for making sure that I reproduce and pass on my genes and making sure that my offspring succeed tomorrow. I can do anything. And then would that be all right because it's natural? I think that kind of conflicts. See, when you say natural and then also you're against casteism, you are running into a brick wall right now because you have to either pick in society, we have to have rules and rules have to be fair, or you have to say whoever is strongest. See, maybe their ancestors fought with your ancestors, we don't know, some 1,000 years ago. Maybe their ancestors won that war. And since then, they've been subjugating and dominating you. I don't know. Maybe, I don't know if your background is the one that's dominating or you're the one that's being subjugated. I don't know. Just for example's sake, I'm saying. So in that regard, you should not condemn terrorist attacks. You should not condemn what Hitler did. Everything is part of nature. I mean, one race is dominating another race. One group is dominating another group. Will all that fly by under your radar as okay because it's natural?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
So just
like who are like right now there are people dying in some place.
Right.
Because of some people.
Right.
Okay. Now, who is claiming that as a wrong thing to do?
The one who's dying.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And for who are supporting that?
Yes.
In what perspective they are supporting for them?
Their own self-biological perspective, the desire to survive.
Yeah.
Yes.
So when it happens to animals, we don't feel in the same way, right?
You mean when one animal kills an animal or when a human kills? I'm failing to see the exact analogy here. You asked me right now.
Like
two groups are there. One group is killing another. Group A is killing Group B. Group B obviously wants to survive because they are as living organisms. They want to survive.
I'll simplify that simply. Everything what we follow is created by us for our convenience.
Yes.
So there is nobody or nothing could convince that this is right and this is wrong. You can't justify anything in that.
So that's when again see, but then you are saying that you have seen people being victims of casteism and you found that to be unfair. But nobody. So what you're saying is you personally, Shaan, feels it to be unfair. But if others think to hell with your feelings, means it's okay.
It's not like they are doing for them, so that is unfair. I'm not saying in that way. I'm not seeing in that way. The system, it is unfair, I'm telling.
No, but see, again, when you use the word unfair and then you also say nature, do you notice the contradiction here or not? If you say nature, the way of nature we have set rules for our convenience, then that caste will say, yeah, we have set these rules for our convenience. We want to dominate you. It's convenient for us.
No. What I'm telling is, I'm quoting nature self itself. I'm trying to tell we should not use clothes. We should not do that. This everything is wrong. It's completely against nature. What we are doing is.
And why should we be with nature? What is the reason to be with nature? Why should we? You're saying going. So you say going against nature is wrong.
No, I'm not telling going against nature is wrong.
Mm-hmm. You give me a clear statement. Give me like in 2-3 lines what exactly.
Simply what I'm telling is like casteism. It's created by humans.
Mm-hmm.
Simple. And they point out that there's a God and he said it in these books, and I born from here and you born from here, so you should follow me. That's unfair. That's what I'm telling. Like, from what I'm seeing from a nature perspective, or any animal you take for a point, they'll give birth, they'll eat, they'll go whatever it is, until they die. Simple. So this is the eco balance system, right? You born like 3 to 4 offsprings you give, and you let them in survive in nature for a certain time period. You feed them milk, you teach them how to pluck fruits or eat vegetables or whatever. Then you'll go your way and go that way. Whatever survival it makes, it stay for minimum lifespan of 20 to 30 years, and then after it will die. It will go to soil, or a vulture will eat it, the carcasses. Like complete balanced. But it's not convenience for us. If we, or if you or me are pushed to tell that, like, go live in that way, we won't do that because we are not comfortable.
Yes, and and again, so and therefore, I want you to conclude that. Yes, so far you've made a bunch of points. I agree with them, and therefore, what are you trying to say? You have to say something. See, for example,
that's what I'm trying to say. I'm just let it be.
Let what be? Let everything be the way it is.
Yeah, without violence.
Okay, hold up. Wait. Okay, Shaan, wait. I'm getting a lot of mixed signals from you right now. Okay, you are saying nature should be natural. Then now suddenly in the end you're saying without violence. Okay.
Yeah, I'm telling is, like, if you're not building a lane, setting up a streets. This street is mine and this street is mine. You should not enter this. You should not enter that. That's not in a nature. If consider like you and me in a ground. You are telling territories.
No. I'm finding a few. I have a few issues with what you're saying right now. Wait. So first of all, you said you have a problem with caste because it's a man-created thing, right?
Yeah.
It's a man-made thing. He is quoting a book. He's quoting someone in the sky saying the person told me. Okay, fine. So since that is man-made, let us say according to your logic, it is wrong. We're taking it out. Do you agree that racism is very natural? People have different skin color. So one can say, I have one skin color, you have different skin color, therefore I have the right to subjugate you, kill you, torture. Okay, now you're running into a big problem because you just told something is man-made, then it is wrong.
Racism also a man-made thing, right?
But it's a clear biological difference. There's a difference in our melanin, in our skin. There's a clear difference.
Yeah.
Right? When you say caste, it is not biologically measurable. You can measure it, right? Because it's something man has made up himself, right?
Like one thing I'm asking, if you're telling that because your skin tone and my skin tone is slightly vary.
As an example.
Yeah. So no, not personally I'm telling. I'm for metaphor I'm using that. So from that perspective, are we ethically, is it right to dominate some people? You are asking that, right? Like
I am saying by your logic, it seems fair. Because your logic, then correct me if I'm wrong, your logic clearly said when something is man-made, like caste, which is man-made, religion man-made, it's wrong. Okay, I agree with you. Race is not man-made. Melanin can be tested biologically. It's not man-made.
I don't know.
Gender is not man-made.
Scientifically, it's not man-made. That's not I'm telling. But the opposition, that ideology is man-made, I'm telling.
But
see,
then,
the one thing.
No, but Shaan, I heard everything you had to say. I get your point. But then again, you are comparing to nature. And again, in nature, one group wants to subjugate another group because subjugating them will benefit them. Okay. And in nature, so let's just say if group A wants to subjugate group B, and doing so will benefit them in so many different ways. Group B does not want to be a victim, but still they want to harm them. By your logic, it is a thumbs up you're giving it.
Now, what I'm asking is, like, can you give any one animal or any one organism from animal kingdom which follows this?
Racism.
Yeah.
They don't go based on race. They go based on, what do you call, whatever benefits their survival.
Simple.
Also, that's what I'm saying. You see, clearly, right now, if there are two groups of people on Earth, let's say they've never seen each other from different regions of Earth, clearly they look different, right? Yeah. Now, this group is marking itself as its own group. That is that group. They are saying, come, let's go take advantage, let's steal their stuff, let's kidnap their children, let's do whatever we want. It benefits us. See,
no, exactly that's what I'm trying to tell. If a certain group of apes and reaching a different group of apes, actually both are apes. Okay. The apes are not reaching to orangutans.
Because they're geographically in a different
chimpanzees.
area. They're in a geographically different area.
Biologically, they are different.
But still, do you think if they meet face to face, they won't have conflict? Do you think interspecies?
No, that's what I'm trying to tell.
Intraspecies conflict.
They will definitely fight with each other. Fair fight.
Wait, now there is something called fair. When in nature did the word fair even come? In nature, when a mother is giving birth to a baby deer, there'll be 10 hyenas going in circles waiting,
that time itself
and they'll rip them apart. So where is the fair? When did this word fair suddenly come here? I thought we were talking now about nature. See,
I'll tell you where the word fair comes. You should not ride a cycle inside my street. You should get out and walk. Like when chimpanzees go to orangutans and they face chimpanzees don't going to tie the orangutan's hand, right?
Right.
They're going to it's gonna show their strength, and that's gonna show their strength,
which might lead to death or broken bones or something.
That's how nature it is, right?
And therefore, so in that regard, again, I'm asking you. So if two groups of humans are there, they are not saying don't ride cycle in my road, but they're saying come, let's fight, and they start fighting. That's okay.
If they both allowed to fight, if they both agree to fight, they can fight.
I want to say two things right now. And first one, I don't want you to take it like as if I'm saying anything in a rude way. I said in the beginning, you're sounding very rational. Okay, yeah. I'm kind of sorry. I'm going to revoke that by 50% right now. You are not sounding rational certainly to me. You seem to understand what I'm saying, which I'm happy. But what you're saying right now, I find so many logical inconsistencies in it. It feels like you are picking and choosing what and when is convenient for you, and then extrapolating it to nature and being like, see, in that scenario, apparently in nature that happens, so me also doing it kind of seems okay. But if something is man-made here and it's not benefiting me, then not okay. That is how I'm taking what you're saying. Right. What I am saying, I'll tell you, I am saying, let's leave nature aside. We are human beings. At this moment in time, we are all living together in society collectively.
Okay,
let me finish my point now. In society, we have to come up with rules and laws. We'll currently look at what we have as rules in this society, in this country. Let's question each and every single one. Where we see clearly there's something wrong, let's try to change that. And where it's right, let's leave it as it is. What is wrong in this statement? Did you agree with why are you not even approaching it in this perspective? Why do we even have to compare ourselves to chimpanzees or other apes? Like, we are already human in society following rules. Let's see the list of rules. Let's see if any of them are wrong. Something is wrong, okay, we'll try to change. Something more needs to be added, okay, we'll try to add. That's all.
That is fine. That is fine. I'm trying to answer your question about why racism is not actually casteism, and that question I'm trying to answer that.
About natural. Why it's not natural, you're saying?
Yeah. Because like when white, mostly like blacks reacting to or getting aggressive by seeing a white person is like a history of what they did to them. Naturally, they are not that brutal or that hate-filled peoples. They are very friendly, right? Now, why I'm saying that's not done in a natural way? Because they enslaved them, they chained them, they made them do this, do that, I'll do that. Because they had a gun or whatever. For that time, they had something powerful enough to control dumb people. So that's why I'm telling that's not fair. If you're seeing a Commonwealth game,
but it's natural, bro. One group wants to prosper. There is no,
that they want to prosper. I'm telling you,
nature only means I pass on my genes. That's the only thing. Do you agree with that? Natural evolution, Darwinian evolution means Arvind passes his genes successfully as multiple times as possible with multiple different women as possible and has as many children out there. That is what makes his gene pool strong. Yes or no? That is the only purpose of nature.
Like what I'm trying to tell is,
but is that the only purpose of nature? Nature is only to reproduce and survive. That's the only purpose of nature. Yeah. So then if you were to bring the natural argument, Shaan, any living organism that behaves in that way is always correct because that is natural.
I'm telling you, the fight, the fight, that's not I'm against that. The way that fights, that's what I'm against. That if you see in films or something like that, they'll use the dead body's bone. They try to beat the other animal like that. The same way, they're not going to restrict when that another species of animal going to reach out for a bone. If it reach out, it also get fight, right? They have the chance to fight with them.
What if we can create a world in which this fighting can no longer needs to take place? What if we can make a world? I'm saying, do you agree that fighting and violence, if it is avoidable, can be avoided? No side is actually, fighting is not fun. Do you agree? You don't want to be hurt, right?
That is fun.
It's fun.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm revoking the 50% also right now. Now you're sounding bad insane to me. Okay, so fighting is fun.
Yeah.
Hurting is fun.
Yeah. Hurting is fun in what sense are you asking?
Causing physical pain to another individual
Without their willingness.
Of course, who is willing in this?
No, like MMA or kickboxing.
Consenting. Okay,
Yeah.
consenting. Okay, fine. I'm talking about non-consenting.
No, that's not fine.
Oh, that's not fun.
Yeah, no, you don't want to. You don't want me to pinch your nail or plug your nail. Then how could I do? No,
Okay,
at
fine.
that time, not agree with that.
Okay. Then what is the difficulty right now in applying the same logic to, say, a chicken or a pig or a cow or a buffalo or a donkey? What is the difficulty in understanding that they don't want to get their heads chopped off? They don't want to have sharp objects being pierced in their backside to force them to do something. They don't want to be whipped or tied up or caged. Then if you can understand that Arvind feels pain like you, why can you not understand that you can extend that same consideration towards these animals also? What is stopping you from doing that?
Because they are not Homo sapiens.
Okay, thank you. Now finally we've reached the point where we understand each other. Okay. So according to you...
So before we do this, I'll have some logical analysis question you could say.
Okay.
From your vegan perspective.
Okay.
I would like to know.
Okay.
So the first thing is I consider myself as a child rights activist. Okay. And I'm very active on social media. I preach people like why you are doing this, it's not right way to do. This is wrong. What you're doing is very wrong. And you people should need to stop it. But the point here, the catch is I only raise my voice or take my stand when the violence happening against to a black and brown children.
Black and brown children. Okay.
In plural form. So when people confront me about why you are staying quiet when it happens to white and brown children, I tell them also, yeah, I know it is wrong, but it's not my ideology or something like that. And if you're caring that much, instead of questioning me, why are you not going and raising or asking them or taking stand for the children? Am I ethically eligible to use the word child rights activist?
If someone is standing up only for one group and not another group of children, yeah, you can use the word child rights activist.
Like I'm using child right activist. Commonly, child use the word child, but I'm only taking my stand for black and brown children, and I'm telling white and blonde children I'm not taking any stand for them when it happens to them. And moreover, I'll tell like they had a privilege, right? So for that privilege, they could face these problems. I have no problem with that. And by following these rules and preaching in this way, am I eligible to use the word child rights activist?
Yeah, you are definitely eligible to use the word child rights activist. Yes.
Okay.
Along with that will come an extra word, plus racist. That will come after that. But yes.
So,
but you are a child rights activist.
Yeah.
Yes.
In the same way, there's a little difference. Like if I say consider myself as a certain community right activist, and I keep on fighting for the people, the same community people, whatever happening against them. Is there a person have a rights to ask me why you're not talking for that community? Because I clearly mentioned this is my politics, this is my ideology, and this is my people, and I'm going to fight for them. You don't have no rights to ask me, right?
Correct. I agree with you on that. Yes,
Yeah.
I agree.
In this position, you don't have anything to add. Plus, right? Like
I don't
racist.
disagree with you. No,
Yeah,
I don't
nothing.
disagree with you.
I completely agree.
I
with
agree
the
with
fact.
you. Yes.
Yeah. Then the second logical analysis is like, right now you're sleeping, right? And I hacked into your bank account. I completely looted all of your money. That by the time you're waking up, you're realizing that you have zero balance in your account. Would you let that slip away, or you'll go to a cybercrime?
I'll go to cybercrime. Yeah.
Sure. Okay. The third analysis is like I'm an MBBS student, for example, and right now I'm doing my third year. Okay. In my second year itself, I completed my pharmacology, microbiology, pathology. So I know things like these are the symptoms caused by these type of microorganisms, and these are the drugs which will help
alleviate those symptoms. Okay.
Symptoms and signs. Am I eligible to prescribe medicine for people?
I am not sure how MBBS exactly works. You let me know.
I'm third year. I'm doing third year.
You're not a doctor yet, right? So I don't think, you should not be allowed to prescribe.
Okay.
If I'm not wrong, I don't know again how MBBS works in this country. Are you allowed or not allowed? You tell me. I don't know this knowledge.
No, you are in US, right? or what? I don't know. Like you are not in this country, you mentioned. So from where you seen people, like certain laws, right? So according to that,
I'm
what your
Indian, dude.
perspective?
நான் Indian தானா?
Yeah,
But yeah.
அது எனக்கு புரியுது dude. நீங்க இப்ப நீங்க இல்லைன்னு சொன்னீங்க இல்லையா? How medical system works in this country, you don't know, you mentioned, right?
No,
You
I
particularly
don't know whether a third year MBBS student can prescribe medications or not. That's all I'm saying.
Okay.
So if according to my limited knowledge, I will say no, they can't prescribe. For my
fine.
limited knowledge, I'm saying that.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, completely fair. Because it's a 5.5 year course. You have to complete it. You have to get registered. Then only you can practice, right?
Okay.
So in this scenario, would you stop me if I take those medicines myself?
I mean, I personally would not stop you if you were to take those medications yourself. That is something you're inflicting upon your own body. So
yeah,
no.
if I prescribe those medicines to my family members, like they are trusting in me, like my son or my brother won't do wrong to me, so I'm trusting and taking prescribed medicine from him. Would you stop them?
Yeah, I will inform them that you are. If I know that you are not a registered doctor, yes, I will inform them.
Yeah, but the thing is, like, I completed and right now in my third year, I completed my microbiology, pathology,
I get it. Okay, hold up. Yeah, one thing again. See, I don't mind your examples and stories, but you have to give me. You can speak for a maximum. We can say like 3 minutes of a particular topic. No. But then you have to conclude. Like, what are you trying to say?
Yeah, these are the 3 different logical analyses. Now I'm coming to the point. You mentioned that child right activist you can use, but you are also a racist. But when I mentioned that as a certain community right activist, you said you completely agree with that. So the main thing is, do every vegans, do you people agree that not every animal rights activist is a vegan?
That is correct, yes.
But every vegan is an animal rights activist.
Not really. Vegans who go around to speak about this are animal rights activists.
Yeah, but
I can be a vegan and sit at home and just go for my 8 to 5 job, and I can just be a normal person.
No. Not like going in social media or public and raising boards. That's not I'm asking.
But that is
you become a vegan because you don't want to include with that animal rights.
Exploit animals, yeah.
So basically, if I am telling myself as a animal rights activist and I'm going to rescue dogs and cats, but on Sunday I eat chicken, that doesn't make me a vegan.
Hypocrite, yeah.
But you are a vegan because you don't want to interfere with animal rights. So basically you are defending the animal rights, right? So every vegans, do you use the word animal with your full conscience?
Yes, we do.
So you're basically like representing the whole entire animal kingdom, right?
Not exactly, no.
No, if I mention child, it includes every children.
Yes.
So irrespective of no matter what their color or what their race. So when you use the word animal, it's man-made thing, and it represents animal.
It's a classification.
Yeah, animal. Yeah, kingdom.
Why did you use the word man-made right now? What does it add to the sentence?
The term animal, it is derived from Latin or Greek.
And
anything that's
you mentioned that for a reason, right? Why did you mention that? Like,
there is a subclassification, right? Like nematoda, mollusca.
And therefore, what? I feel like, does that line add any value any further to your description? That line. Yeah. What is the value?
So till now in India or in American countries or wherever it is, I have never seen any vegan going against the brands like All Out Martin, Good Night. Something like that. As much as they go with the KFC, McDonald's, Amul. And why is that? Just
saying, I'll be beeping out all of those brand names when we are.
Yeah. You already mentioned in your
will not be mentioning any brand
description.
Names. Yeah.
So it could be put. And why they are not going against that brands as far as they go with, as strong as they go with KFC and McDonald's.
So do you want me to answer that question first? Yeah. Okay, fine. So number one, the very comparison between these two does not make any sense, because veganism, like you said, is a philosophy where we recognize that animals are not inferior to us human beings, and therefore we do not exploit them anymore. First of all, also apart from exploitation, understand you made a comparison right now saying that when I say human children, it's easy for me to say all human children, but when you say animals, you cannot say all animals. Well, of course, because human children is only one species. Okay, and even among that species, there is certain divisions based on borders and religion and certain kind of culture that they've grown up in. You can probably also meet in this world children who are grown up as child soldiers who are taught that they should kill you. Okay, you cannot obviously help those children, because even if you try to help them, they're going to kill you no matter what. First chance they get. So obviously, when you say children, you are talking about the children within your vicinity who do not cause a direct harm to you. Now, however, there are species of animals, there are how many billions of species of animals on this earth. They come in different sizes, different shapes, different behaviors. Some live in the water, some live on land, some grow underground, and they interact with us in different ways. If there is a species that is trying to harm me, be it human or animal, I will defend myself. So therefore, I do not speak against mosquito coils because mosquito is trying to bite me, and if it bites me, I'll get dengue or malaria. But when was the last time a chicken, a pig, or a cow, or a buffalo ever tried to attack me? They don't attack me, but I only go and pay people to attack them because I want to eat meat, dairy, eggs, and honey. So the comparison is, first of all, invalid.
No, what I'm trying to tell is, you are claiming, right, plus racism you had in the first metaphor. For
on
this,
a condition. You said that you won't help white people, right? Did you say you won't help white children, or you said you just don't help white children?
yeah, I don't.
Not that you won't.
No.
No. Can I clarify that? Because I would like to, if I can just add a clarification on that. When I said plus racist, I want to make sure, maybe I heard you wrongly, so maybe you can clarify for me
I
right now.
stand for them. When it happens to them, I stay quiet. So does that make you
No. Again,
won't?
stay quiet is different. Staying quiet is not a problem for me. So when you first said you are helping,
I first said.
That's something. Yeah, I'm trying. I'll ask the question. Just answer. Just a common clarification for this. You right now in your hypothetical scenario, can I say you are running an NGO that helps children in that scenario?
No.
Oh, you're just talking about condemning.
Yeah, simply.
Only condemnation.
I'm a child right activist. Like, I'm going preaching people. I mentioned, like, this is how I phrased my sentence. I'm a child right activist, and I'm very active on social media, and I preach people why it's wrong and why we should not do that, what we should not. But the catch is, I only take my stand or raise my voice for violence happening against black and brown children. And when it comes to white and blonde children, I stay quiet.
And you are saying you are living in a place where white and blonde children also live.
Yeah.
Okay, and you're staying quiet on that.
Yeah.
Even though you're calling yourself a child rights activist.
Yeah.
That would not make much sense.
Yeah,
actually.
that's why.
Unless you can logically explain why it wouldn't make much sense.
Yeah, that's what I asked. Would you claim myself from your perspective as ethically I'm eligible to use the word child right activist? You said you can use that word. Plus you mentioned that it's racist.
Yeah.
Likewise, it's the same scenario. You mentioned the word animal, and you described it. There are a lot of various types of animals, billions of animals. You know that fact. Then why you have to do this? Use that word animal. You could use a better suitable word for your
but
fight, right?
But then again, I'm saying what
the second metaphor I mentioned. I community I said.
I think it's flawed logically. See, then you are saying again. See, look at the scenario you're giving me. In your scenario, all are children, just different races, and apparently all of them are peaceful to you. Why don't you also include in that a race of children who are apparently trained from birth to kill you? How come you don't include them? Include them and say you won't help them. Then it will make a fair sense of me saying that I will kill mosquitoes. Do you understand what I think is illogical here?
No.
There's one species actively trying to harm me, drink my blood.
No, it's not illogical.
Oh, okay.
What I'm telling is, you have a defense system on your own. That is immunity system. Okay. In the immunity system, 3 things immunity system can't fight. 1, autoimmune disorder like AIDS or myasthenia gravis and some things like that, and immunodeficiency syndrome like AIDS, acute immunodeficiency syndrome, AIDS, and I guess herpes.
Okay.
These things your immunity system can't fight.
Okay.
Cancer, diabetic, and mosquitoes or cockroaches doesn't carry this pathogens to your body.
Okay.
So if it comes and bite you, that is their survival. That's their nature. Like gazelle eat grass, right? And lion eats gazelle.
No, this argument, with all due respect, is kind of getting bullshit. I'll tell you why. If I were to take a knife right now and slash you, and then I say, well, you should not actually use first aid, you should not put a bandage. What kind of... Dude, I'm making it very clear. When someone is trying to harm me, I will defend myself. I will always take care of my body. That is very different from me actively going and harming another species that is never harming me. Do you not understand this fun? How I don't understand at all what point you're trying to make. I mean, can you create a framework where you show apparently it is logical that there's a distinction between a mosquito and a cockroach, say, biting me versus some other form of infection or something that my body cannot fight? Yeah, maybe you can create a framework like that. but I fail to understand what you're trying to show with that framework.
You mentioned the word animal. It comes under animal kingdom.
Yes.
That's arthropoda, right?
Yes.
It's arthropoda.
Yeah, the invertebrates, yeah.
The mosquito is arthropoda
Mhm.
and honeybee is arthropoda.
Mhm.
You are fighting for bee rights,
Mm-hmm.
but you are neglecting the honey.
No, again, okay, let me make it clear. So I will tell you, because many people keep bringing it up. That's why I have written it even here in multiple other debates. Can you just read what's written over here?
Yeah.
What's written here? Can you read it out loud for me?
Yeah, I don't exploit animals.
That is the framework within which I work. Veganism doesn't say that we cause less amount of harm, we don't kill animals, we don't harm animals. That is not at all the definition. Vegan means one who does not exploit animals. If a honeybee were to come and sting me, I will try to defend myself 100%, Shaan. But I don't consume honey because I am exploiting the bee.
Yeah,
Do you
I'm
not?
agree
Do you
with that.
understand the distinction between self-defense and exploitation?
Like what my question is, you just misunderstood.
Okay.
What my question is, you mentioned that it's the term common term. What I'm asking you is, why couldn't you use the term like mammal or chordata? Right.
Vertebrates, yeah.
Is that making sense?
I know what that means, but yeah, go on.
Yeah, simply.
I should say I'm a mammal's rights activist.
No, simple. Yeah, obviously. Then why I'm going to ask
But
you why
no,
you're not asking for
But
insects
I'm
and
not.
things?
I speak up for chickens. I speak up for fish. I don't exploit bees. I don't exploit silkworms. They all fall under the animal kingdom. I don't exploit animals.
So simply that's what I'm asking. You mentioned the word animals, and right next you mentioned the word rights. Every organism's basic right is what?
In society, the basic right that veganism asks for
not veganism, just simply the basic right for one person.
But rights come from where, Shaan? If we are both atheists right now, which we are, right? We have to look rights only from a human societal point of view. Right? We cannot say that there is some divine who has given rights of this and that. Everybody, right?
No, I'm not
but
asking
when you ask the question, what does the right means? How do I even answer that? I can only answer that in one way. That's why I'm saying from the beginning, if you notice.
Will you agree with the point? The basic right is to live for everybody.
Every organism desires to live. I will agree with that point.
No, the basic right.
No, we humans cannot grant that. That's an illogical statement to make. We can't even grant that right to all humans. We kill plenty of humans in self-defense. Yeah. So what? Therefore?
No, I'm not. I already mentioned, right? This is my rule. Like, we all are sinners.
No. I don't think we vegans are on the same boat as you. I disagree. We and you are not on the same boat, bro. We are not on the same boat. I'm not saying I'm superior or something. I'm not holier than thou. Okay, but no, we are very much different, and we are drawing a very clear distinction.
I'm asking you, like, if you have an immunity system in your body.
Okay. Yeah. At this point, I don't understand at all. Like, okay,
you have natural defense system, right?
Right.
Right. You just in other hand, if you see any animal like cow, goat, or anything like that, they'll do that tetanic contractions, right?
Not
so when
sure.
you see a cow and a group of flies is sitting on its back, it will shake its whole back and it will fly off.
Right.
Or it will whip its tail. Like that you can shoe it. No, necessarily you could beat that, right?
Yeah.
Sorry.
But yeah, my point is...
No, that's what I'm asking. I'm not asking you to, you should not do that, you should not do this. I have no right to do that, right? What I'm asking is, you mentioned the word animal.
I don't agree. No. See, you are very clearly doing something which I'm not going to allow right now. See, the thing is that you are saying, Arvind, I'm a non-vegan. You happen to be a vegan. I don't have any problem with you being a vegan, but I find the following problems with what you're saying. You are finding, let's say, fallacies, or you find illogical statements in my framework, is what you're trying to show right now, right?
Yeah, you could say.
Right. But no, first of all, if you were to even look at it that way, I already told you, Shaan, when it comes, again, I don't understand this whole idea of letting your body fight back and all. If an animal or a human being attacks me or harms me, I will defend myself in whichever way possible.
You already said if you're talking in this room right now, a lion would come, you would take a pistol and you shoot it. You don't fight for that lion
to attack me
and things like that. That's what I'm asking. That it's nature.
Yes.
That's its nature.
Yes.
It's coming to fight. It's coming to eat you.
Yes.
So what you should do right there? If you're using the word animal rights, you're not going to exploit things, and you're talking for all these things.
Yeah.
I'm not going individually. Like, why you? Because we don't have a problem
from a logical perspective. We're talking. Yeah, I get it. Yeah, but what do you find illogical here?
Like right now, what you will do? You
I
said
will
you will take a pistol and you shoot.
Yeah, I'll shoot the lion, yes.
So when you are in a forest, there is no pistol invention. What you will do?
I'll try to run.
Yeah.
And therefore, what do you conclude? Bro, I don't understand. Okay,
You try to run, right?
Right.
You won't go and
Wait,
fight.
hold up, Shaan, you have to do something right now. See, this is the problem even happened yesterday. You're making a bunch of statements which is totally fine by me. After making the statement, you should here's an example I'll say to you. Wait, Shaan has water. Arvind is thirsty. Okay, so what? Please give me water. That is the conclusion. Okay. Similarly, okay, if lion comes here, Arvind will shoot the lion. If Arvind's in the forest, he doesn't have a pistol, Arvind will try to run away. He might still get eaten by the lion. Therefore,
you have an immunity system. Then why you have to beat it, or why you are not going that much powerful as you do with McDonald's or whatever the brand you're going to be? Why you are not doing that with the All Out and Good Night and Morning?
bro, we literally went over there for the past 10 minutes. Do you not understand this? Okay, fine. You say you fight for children and all of this. Do you know what if, I'm telling you again, there have been throughout history, if you look at Sri Lanka, if you look at Sierra Leone, if you look at Gaza, and probably a few other countries, I'm not exactly sure right now, where children were trained to kill other people. They were kidnapped from their families. They were given a gun. They were literally asked to shoot their own mother and father.
By whom?
Hold up. They were literally asked to kill and shoot their own mother and father, brainwashed into a cult, and turned into child soldiers. Yes, fact or fiction?
No, I didn't read about that. The thing is, like, who did that?
Hold about that. That was not a fact. Okay, this is what's happening. Now, when you say you are a child's, you are helping children, child rights activist, I can be like, oh, Shaan, so let's go, go to fly to that country and help those children who might kill you. You'll think, what is this bugger on about? I am telling you, here there are children suffering. I can do something to help them. Therefore, I'm helping them. You are taking one out of context, completely different scenario and saying, since you can't help there, therefore you helping here, children becomes illogical. That is what you're doing.
I'm not telling you are helping these things as a logical thing to do.
You are trying to find a flaw in my framework and you keep asking me why I am very adamant in fighting against certain particular... I don't fight against brands, by the way.
One thing I'm telling you. Like, child by nature, they are not in that way. But these insects are in nature, that is their survival, right?
Okay, so...
Yeah, but I'm not like generally I train my Rottweiler or some dog to when I make a tick sound, it will go and bite you and you have to be there. I'm not asking you like that. That's how you are perceiving building the things, like making it. The child I did get trained to kill in Ceylon, in Gaza, and you are killing it. No, mosquitoes didn't get trained in that way. That is their birth. That is their nature. Right. Right now, if I say...
But that's not reality. If you are to me, if I threw you in that particular jungle where they used to be child soldiers, what will they do to you?
I'm not talking about child soldiers.
What will they do to you?
See, you're comparing the things. Child soldiers, the child soldier is made by someone. The child is not birth as their soldier. I'm asking you a
simple question. When you ask me a question, did I answer every question around properly to you?
No, you're not.
I'm not. When you ask me what I'll do if a lion comes, I told I'll shoot it. If I don't have a gun, what will I do? I'll run away.
I didn't ask you. You already mentioned in your video. I highlighted it.
Right. And now I'm asking you a question. If I dropped you in a jungle where there are child soldiers who are trained to hate you and kill people like you, what will you do?
I'm asking you a simple thing.
So he won't answer. Okay, got it.
I'm asking you a simple thing. Oh, I'm saying a simple thing. You are not supposed to put me in that place. Simple. So I'm not making you sit in a room and I suddenly opened a cage of 1,000 mosquitoes and I'm not asking you to keep your hands down. I'm asking you naturally. They come, they fly, they go, they do the things, they bite, they suck your blood, they inject your saliva into your body. That's their nature. Now what you are asking, like I'm telling, if I say I see a cow or goat as a different
I also have to be given a chance to speak. See, I'm saying, if you want, you can see the video will be released. You can run the tape and check. I actually do not interrupt you at all. I give you a full chance to speak your side. I just say maybe you hurry up. But I hope you understand that I am not being biased. I'm giving you a chance to speak your side.
Yeah. Okay, I'll keep you.
I'm not asking you to be quiet. I'm asking you, just answer the question. You are dodging the question here, bro.
I'm not dodging the question. I'm comparing it.
Please. It's a simple question. I drop you in a forest with 100 child soldiers. What will they do to you is the question.
What the one thing is now you are...
So you won't answer. What will they do to you is an answer. I just want to answer.
You can talk like this. Now what I'm telling is I mentioned I give you a proper metaphor.
correct. No, no, no,
hypothetical
what I'm
situation.
saying-
Now
no, no,
you're comparing exactly what you're comparing. The child, it's
you will
trained as a
get-
soldier.
You will get what I'm comparing if you were to just respectfully answer my question. I feel you are not answering the question because you know if you answer it, I'll easily catch you. That's why. You are just dodging the question. Simple thing is simple. When you ask me a question, I have always answered it. I'm making notes of everything you say. I will answer every question. I will not walk out of this room today, Shaan, until you tell me, Arvind, you have answered every single question I asked. Okay, I promise you. Okay? You may like my answer, you may dislike my answer, but I will answer everything. I will not dodge. I don't play that game. You are dodging. Can you answer my question? You say yes or no. Yes or no. Can you answer my question? If no means I'll ask something else. We'll leave that question for now.
No.
Even this
Okay.
you won't
Okay. You just ask the question again.
So
Yeah.
first, yes or no. Will you answer my question?
Yeah. Yes.
Yes. Okay. If I dropped you in a forest filled with child soldiers, what will they do to you?
No, they'll kill me.
Okay. Thank you.
Yeah.
Now I'll just explain what I'm trying to say. We are not talking about who brainwashed who or what the nature is when the outcome either way is going to be the same. The outcome is that your biology will be damaged. The outcome is that my biology will be damaged. When we are in a scenario where another individual, be it human or animal, is damaging our biology, we have all the right to defend ourselves, Shaan. That is the point I'm making. You are now extrapolating into the childs who are brainwashed into doing this. The mosquitoes are just born with that innate nature. That is not my point. Why does that matter when the outcome is either way the same? Damage to my biology, damage to your biology. Look at the outcome, not who told who to do what. That's not the point here at all. Do you get my point? Right now you can speak.
Yeah. What I'm asking is, what I asked was, you mentioned the word, right? It's a simple question I'm asking. The second, on the same metaphor, I slightly changed it and I replaced it with community. You said ethically it's fine. You have nothing to disagree with that.
When you said that you will fight only for one community.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's very different from the first metaphor. So yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
In the first thing, I generalized the term.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Now, what I'm asking is, like, why you have to use that term and you get derived from that?
Bro, how can you speak up for others who want to kill you? What are you, a saint?
They don't know. Like, mosquitoes want to kill you.
They will either way, the end process is my biology getting damaged. When you meet a human or individual organism, why only mosquito? Take a dog. No, if a dog comes to bite me, what will I do if I had a stick? I'll whack the dog. But I will not now go to the pet industry and buy a puppy because that is exploitation of dogs. Do you understand that? When a honeybee comes to sting me, yes, I will fight back. But I will not purchase honey because that involves exploitation of bees. As a human being, I told you, I work within this framework as a vegan.
Exactly what
I don't exploit animals and everything I say fits perfectly in that framework.
Yeah, definitely. Are you against Dabur honey, Lion Dates honey?
Again, I'll beep out the brands if you could just avoid the brand names if you could. Yes, I don't consume honey.
Yeah, I'm not asking you why are you beating it. I'm asking you why are you not talking to against that brands as much as you talk with these brands.
No, I'm saying we should kill them. Do you not get my point? That's why I asked you if I dropped you in a forest with child. So here's the thing. From this example, we'll then go on to the next one. You ask me as to why I speak so much. I don't want to go in the same topic in circles multiple times because people also be getting bored about this.
Okay.
So regarding this, I will give you my final statement. You can give your final statement. After that, we'll just move to the next one. Okay. My final statement is that I don't know why you're having such a difficulty in understanding this. And I'm going to be very honest, bro. I'm not trying to be mean or rude to you. I think you're being dishonest. Okay. If you cannot understand a simple difference between a mosquito that tries to drink my blood or a honeybee that tries to now sting me versus a chicken in a cage or a cow that's being tied up and having, the backside open so that someone can shove their hand and make them pregnant. If you feel that these two are for some reason the same and me condemning the exploitation is hypocrisy because I'm not condemning the killing of these mosquito coils, I think your logic is insane. Yeah.
What I'm asking is you invited Amul, you go full-fledged against this milk industries and meat industries and everything. As much as you do with them, you are not doing with that. I don't have any problem with that. But you are using the word animal rights activist. That's what I'm asking.
Yeah, and you are also a quote unquote child's rights activist, even if you don't speak against certain children, which I already told you, it'll just mean plus racist.
Yeah, in this way, what's your plus?
Oh, you mean speciesist? The word we term the vegans is speciesism. That is, we should not discriminate based on species.
No. Will you say that as these phylums, like arthropoda phylums, in the arthropoda phylums, I talk for this species. exploitations, and for this species, like for bee.
Hold on. You got caught. I will speak for this species exploitation. I won't speak for what?
Mosquito. That's also a species
Where
from
am I
arthropod, right?
exploiting mosquitoes, Shaan? Where do I exploit mosquitoes?
You're not exploiting that. You're not condemning that. But at the same time, you are okay with creating coils and chemicals to kill them.
And what is the framework within which I work, Shaan? It's written right here.
You don't exploit animals.
And it's fitting perfectly in the framework.
So you just don't want to exploit animals. You're okay with killing animals.
Yes, I've been very clear in the definition of veganism.
And you're okay with killing animals?
As long as...
for certain animals you can kill, for certain things you can't kill. That certain things...
Not certain based on species. It's based on scenario and species. Both are important.
Yeah, that's what I'm telling Arvind. Cows, chicken, goat, pig, they don't harm me. They don't come and hit me. They don't pierce their thorns through me. So why should I... Why would I not talk about them? They are getting a lot of problems. They are facing a lot of issues. So I'm against that.
Yeah, and because we humans are exploiting them there. We are humans are
so
not
you're against that. But in here, in the other scenario, that's that nature. And if it comes...
I did not say nature. You said that. I never said nature. I said that I don't exploit mosquitoes. And if an organism harms me, I will fight back.
Yeah, exactly what I'm telling. Now you mentioned, right? The third metaphor, I'll come to that.
Wait, can I first talk about why I do fight against certain particular brands very ferociously? That's also a question you asked me, right? Why I'm focusing on...
Yeah, simple question. Yeah. Now you understood. Like you're talking or you are fighting against these brands because they are doing harm to them.
No, I don't. I said I want to talk about them. I didn't say I agree with you. I said I want to talk about that. I said, can we talk? Because I told we'll wrap up the whole mosquito argument because we've been going on loop for that.
No, it's not about mosquito argument. From initial stage to till now, what I'm trying to ask is, as full-fledged vegan activists are going against these brands like Five Guys, Popeyes in their countries. They are going and shouting on that place, and they'll get exploited, or they'll get murdered, they'll get killed because for our purpose, because for our use, right? As much as they do with this, why you are not doing with that? That's what I'm asking. Why you are not against these brands and all? Because you also have you have an immunity system. If you can't fight that,
and you still think that your reasoning is logical, right?
Just simple, right? You don't neglect the fact you have immunity system, right? I
don't neglect that, but the fact that if you think, Shaan, if you think that's a logical argument, I let the audience decide, okay?
Yeah.
Let them decide if that's a logical argument. He's saying that since I have an immunity system, that apparently calling myself an animal rights activist while I hit mosquitoes would be incoherent with that logic.
They come in that kingdom. You mentioned the term yourself.
Yeah, they do. And even child soldiers come under humans. Even terrorist comes under humans. Even terrorist comes under humans. Even serial killer comes under humans. You can't be nice to all humans. You can't be nice to all animals. Those with whom you can be nice, you be nice to them. Those who you can't be, you don't be nice to them. Simple, basic logic.
Simple, basic thing, what you are trying here, what you are saying is, these are mental illness. That's not their nature, right?
But who's what nature? We're talking about humans right now?
Terrorists, serial killers.
Bro, you are you see, I don't think you are a human apologist, bro. You just feel bad for humans. I can see that. Whatever humans, you think no, humans not real nature. You know how many psychopaths there are. You know how many narcissists there are. You know how many sociopathic people there are. Yeah. Dude, there are some people like myself who, if I see an animal, I'll want to pet them, be nice to them. That's my nature, okay? Some people, they just get off and seeing the animal, strangling the animal, hanging them upside down, hitting them with cricket bat. They also exist. I have seen that happening as a child. They'll catch those lizards and hang them upside down by one leg and they'll smash their brains out. Why do they do that? They get happiness from it. So let's not say human nature is like one particular nature. That is evil, that is good. But anyways, again, I want to just clarify one thing if I can, please, Shaan. When you keep mentioning, then why do you speak against these brands and these brands? I want to please correct you if I can on this. I don't. I speak against the meat, dairy and egg industries, leather, wool and silk industries.
Yeah, industries.
Wait, hold up. I don't name any particular brands. That one dairy brand, yes, I did make that video naming them and calling them out to come and have an interview with me.
I'm very clear about that. You mentioned Amul only. I'm not asking you.
No. You did. Bro. You said that. How come abroad in America people go and they'll fight against this fast food chain? You did mention other names. Let's be very honest. No.
Individually, I didn't mention you. Why you are not asking that? I mentioned that. Right? It's in video, it's in recording.
Yeah, it's
I'm not going to and fro.
Wait, but no,
I'm
but
simply
it
telling.
represents. No, but give me a chance to clarify. It represents. It's kind of misrepresents. Sorry, as in showing that vegans are against particular brands. I want to make it very clear. Vegans are not against a particular brand. Tomorrow, if that brand that sells meat, dairy, or eggs sells vegan products, I will buy from that brand. I'm just saying. My point is that we only condemn animal exploitation. Wherever that's happening, we condemn. You are misrepresenting what they're saying.
I'm very clearly understood that. I'm not misrepresenting what you are trying to say. If it is an industry, obviously it will have a name. You are against industry, right?
Industry, you can say the name, but why do you mention brand names? You mentioned multiple foreign brand names.
Yeah, because they are popular.
I'm saying don't.
Simply.
But that makes it seem like I'm against brands. So let's not do it that, no.
Yeah.
That's the clarification.
Yeah. Arvind sir is not against brands. It's against industry. He's against industries that makes the exploiting animals or animal things.
Can I not just industries? Anywhere, even if small scale backyard farm also in villages, that also I'm against.
You're against it. Yeah, I'm agree
overall,
with that.
Yeah,
For a picturization, for a generalization, to make things little clear, I mentioned these brands, and I seen a footage like a people going in a Five Guys, I guess. It's not in India, it's in a foreign country. He was showing a loudspeaker of that pig screaming into the carbon monoxide gas chambers, and you're not like a Five Guys, you're not eating in a Five Guys, you're mostly like eating a 5 dead animals or some quotes like that. So by underlining that, by highlighting that, I mentioned those brands. I'm not anywhere, I'm in my very well-minded, I'm telling you, or not against brand, I'm not accusing you or against brand.
Okay, fair enough.
Simple.
Okay, fair enough.
So these are the brands, like these are the industries, they have these brand names, and they're making, like right now, you won't eat Amul Paneer, but you'll eat Amul Tofu.
I'll eat, yeah.
You'll eat Amul Tempeh. You're not against brand, you're against the product.
Exactly. Yes.
I agree with that.
Okay, yeah.
I'm not telling you or not, I'm not accusing you, I'm just generalizing the whole vegan perspective, like why you use the word animal, and you're in that phylum, subphylum, and subclassification is all things included, and there are things like echinodermata or chordata,
I know
mammals included, birds, mammals,
vertebrate animals.
In a chordata, these all things
come. Yeah, reptiles come, amphibians come. Yes.
So if you use that term, I have no problem with that, right? That's what I'm asking.
I am being consistent, bro. I am saying I don't exploit animals. Which animal in the animal kingdom am I exploiting right now? If you were to look at it that way, maybe you can name one or two. But that's a completely different. We can come to that later if we need to. But at least when we talk in names of food, let's talk about food and clothing right now. Vegans do not exploit animals, bro. We don't. If I am giving a framework, Shaan, of saying I don't kill animals, please point out the mosquito issue. If I say I don't exploit animals, I am well within my framework. And also, if it's okay with you,
I completely agree with the point. What I'm asking is the word you are using, and it's not including that. That's what I'm asking. Why you're not killing? Why you're killing that? That's not what I'm asking.
No, but I'm saying because they attack me, I'm not including them. Do you not understand that?
I understood that.
So over, no?
Don't you have any other term?
Why does that matter?
Because it includes that, right?
But why does that matter so much to you? Why does this can I understand why terminology matters? Like if I as a vegan activist right now, I'm asking you to say like, hey Shaan, please be considerate towards the chicken and these animals. You're like, Arvind, but the terminology that you use, like why does that even matter, bro? Like why does the terminology matter?
That's matter, right? That's how we are projecting, like we are animal rights activists. You use the word animals right. If you're using like the second term I mentioned, like community, this community right activist, and I'm fighting for this community. If you're telling yourself as I'm a cow right activist or herbivores right activist, if I could say, I'm not going to ask why are you not talking about grizzly bear, or why are you not talking about
bro, I'm so sorry.
Anything like
Can
that?
I just interrupt if it's okay? I think your argument is very poor. I'll just tell you why. Again, when you talk about community or caste, a group, do you realize that you are talking about a group of human beings, just one species, and even among them, most of them are more or less the same height, same weight, same shape. All these things we use to study is built for our bodies. We have designed everything for us. So you have this group of similarly shaped beings that more or less think and feel the same. Okay. When I say, so only one species you have with some level of difference in their behavior. When I say animals, do you not see the fact that there are billions of species? I tell you, some fly, some swim, some do everything, some attack me, some don't attack me, some behave differently. So obviously, how can it be a fair thing in this scenario to say that, well, of course, when I say caste, I mean everybody in that caste, of course you do, it's easy. Here there are billions to contend with. So that's why I am saying, I don't exploit animals, and I challenge you, Shaan, please show me how that's wrong.
That's what I'm telling you. Don't exploit animal. This is not about vegan. Okay.
We are here to speak about veganism. What else are we here to speak about?
You mentioned that not every animal right activist is a vegan.
That
But
is
every
true.
vegan is an actually animal right activist.
No, I disagree with that. I said every vegan has gone vegan for animal rights. That does not make them an animal rights activist. Animal rights activist is someone who actively goes and campaigns for it.
Yeah.
If they are not actively campaigning for it, they are just a vegan. That's it.
Yeah, vegan. But the main principle is do unto others as you do unto them.
Yeah, and they include
Yeah,
animals in that.
You don't agree with exploitation,
Mm-hmm.
and at the same time you don't agree with killing them too, right? Are you only simply against the milk industry? Are you okay with eating the meat?
No, we do not exploit animals for anything, be it for meat, dairy, leather, anything.
Yeah. So we don't exploit animals for meat, leather, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
But the main thing is killing. Without cutting their neck, it's not going to
The
happen,
main
right?
thing is actually not killing. Actually, the main thing is not killing. You'll be shocked.
Milk. It is produced by shoving the
Not just
metal
milk.
rod.
Can I show you something if it's okay? Not just milk. I just
Yeah.
want you to see something. And this is a picture I cannot put on screen because then YouTube will ban this video.
Okay.
If you can you please describe for me what you see in these pictures in complete detail, please?
Yeah, they're getting breeding.
Could you describe? That's a simple line. Could you go picture by picture and say exactly what's happening in each picture?
Yeah, they're shoving the artificial insemination.
They're shoving. They're shoving an artificial insemination. No, please say it properly. What are they doing? Please say it. Why do you hesitate, bro?
I'm not hesitating. This is artificial insemination device, right?
So tell me what they're doing. Don't use the word. Tell me exactly. Can you describe what's happening?
They're injecting into their uterus or female
Exactly.
reproductive system. Yeah.
Yes. This is not only for dairy industry. There's a chicken there. There's a pig over there.
Arvind, I was coming to include everything. I was coming to say everything.
Okay, go on.
I've seen a video.
I'll keep quiet. You speak right now. I'll give you the next 2-3 minutes. You speak. I'll listen to you.
I've seen this. Actually what I was talking previously.
You were talking about how
the community you mentioned,
about
these
killing,
things I mentioned. Yeah, about killing, about exploitation. You don't exploit and you don't kill.
Where you stopped was you said, hey, but isn't killing the main focus point? I told no, killing is not the main focus point.
Exploiting is the main focus point.
The breeding. The point is that without breeding animals,
you can't bring them into the world.
You can't. Yes. Yeah. So therefore, the problem is actually not with the killing part mainly. The problem starts here. Killing comes later. If tomorrow, say, I could snap my fingers like Thanos and then we could completely end animal breeding, solved. Problem over. Within just 1 or 2 years, everything is solved. Even if you kill all of them, no more breeding, it's solved. So this is like saying a bucket is there and there's water flowing. Don't get a bigger bucket to fill the water. Turn the tap off.
Okay.
So the problem is breeding.
I was not getting into that. I asked you a simple question. Like you mentioned, you would agree with that ethically. Yeah, you can say. Plus, you are a racist. You mentioned like that. Now you said, yeah, you could say like there are billions of animals like this, that, and this animals. Everything is there, and it all comes in a single term.
Okay.
Animal kingdom.
Okay.
Right. Now you said plus racist with that metaphor. Like what metaphor would you add for yourself?
So I wouldn't, but what you are looking for, I told you, is plus speciesist. That is the term you're using.
So you're a speciesist.
I am not a speciesist for sure, Shaan. I am not a speciesist. No. I'm a vegan. I'm against speciesism. I do not exploit any animals, Shaan.
No, Arvind, I'm simply asking. You mentioned that you agree with that point without any plus to add. In the second metaphor. Community right activist. Now, if you say as yourself as this rights activist, I'm not going to ask all you this questions.
Shaan, can I ask this question? Let's say you are a community in that particular community or caste, you are the rights activist, okay? Let us say there are 2 men in that group who are rapists, okay? Let us say there is one man who's a kidnapper and another lady who's a thief. Will you condemn those actions?
Another lady is a thief and one man is a kidnapper.
And 2 are rapists. And one is a murderer. Will you condemn those actions done by them?
In that community.
In that community.
Yeah.
You will, right. So you will then want them to be thrown in jail so that you'll be safe and everyone can be safe in society? Even though they're your community, you'll want them to be jailed?
Yeah.
Yeah. So how can you say you're their community right? And suppose they take them to court and they're saying that we want to hang these two the government is doing that.
Okay.
Then what will happen?
Okay.
No, how come when it comes to humans, if there are bad people, you can take them and punish them and you are still a community rights activist? But when it comes to animal rights, if an animal even harms me, I'm supposed to be bitten, I'm supposed to be killed. And if I don't do that, apparently, I'm not an animal rights activist. Isn't that like the point you're making?
The thing is, you are comparing that human or a thief and one is a rapist and one is a kidnapper.
Mhm.
So kidnapper and thief, they're not going to steal your hair or nose or teeth.
Mhm.
They're going to steal your money.
Mhm.
Right?
Kidnapper will steal children.
Okay, child kidnapper.
Yeah, what else do you think kidnapper means? Kidnapper means they steal human beings, traffickers.
Thief, for thief, I mentioned
Okay.
they are going to steal your things.
Mhm.
And kidnapper, they are going to steal your child
Mhm.
for human trafficking, for organ transplant.
Mhm.
And at the end, what they are going to get?
Money.
Simple. For money purpose.
Mhm.
So thief, I'm taking a 10 rupees note from your packet.
Mhm.
That's for a money. I'm putting into your lorry and sending to importing you to somewhere to rip off your kidney and get plaques.
Mhm.
That's for a money. Right?
Mhm.
That's money. Here, you are comparing this scenario with the animals. That's their survival. That's the nature of their survival, right?
Buddy, this could also be their survival. You don't know what situation they are in. Do you think any human wants to be a kidnapper? I don't know. Maybe a few might be psychopaths, but
See.
they are doing it for what? They are also in the system. They're stuck. They don't know how to escape. They want money to survive, so they're
Yeah.
doing it.
Yeah.
Huh?
But the money, it's not in the nature, right?
See, this is what I'm saying. When it comes to humans, Shaan, you are extremely biased in finding excuses for them.
Yeah.
I am saying you are just to complete this, you are allowed to say you are a particular community rights activist. And if there are members within that community who are very violent towards their fellow human beings, it will be all right to arrest them and maybe even kill them according to the government laws. But even then, you will still be a community rights activist. But if I do that to animals, I'm not, right?
No. Right. 1 second. Like, here is a cow. Here's this. This belongs to bovine family.
Mm-hmm.
This belongs to arthropoda, like phylum, and this belongs to chordata phylum and whatever family or that comes. But these two related in the same kingdom.
Yeah, animal kingdom. Yeah.
Yeah. What's its nature? It go, graze, chew, sit, sleep, produce offsprings. What's its nature?
Almost similar, except for
in here it's grazing, here it's sucking your blood.
Yes,
that's the difference. So until it's not coming and coming to you, it's a good species. If it is coming to you, it's a bad species. It's okay to kill this. It's not okay to kill this.
I did not use terms as good and bad, Shaan. I did not use those terms at all. I said I will defend myself.
Okay.
And again, you talking about, I find this very bizarre, okay? You saying that the human's nature is not intuitively that way, but they have been brainwashed to do certain things. However, the animal's nature is intuitive, therefore the comparison is invalid, is what you kind of said in the past, I believe, right? The human has been brainwashed to do certain evil things. I find that to be nothing but bias towards humans is what you're doing, and also an unfair statement, because who cares about that? That's why I asked you, when you were dropped in the forest, what will they do? The end result is still the same. When the end result is still the same, why does that matter?
Because that's not inherited way, right?
So that means you're just biased towards humans. You're not making a logical argument. You're just being biased to humans. For you, accordingly, humans is superior to animals, and therefore you will say anything to defend humans. So that's what I'm getting at right now. For defending humans, you'll say anything.
No, human is not by birth superior to animals. Okay.
But in society, we have made it seem like humans.
In Animalia kingdom, we belong, right? Do you agree with that? We also chordata.
When I said superior, I am not talking about biology here. I'm talking about rights and liberties in society.
So what exactly do you mean by rights?
Rights means things that we are allowed to do that are considered legal, and if we do, we don't have to face negative repercussions from the law. That is quote unquote right.
Okay.
Wrong would be something where I have to face legal problems.
These are the things created for us human, Homo sapien. Those laws are rights. And here, vegans or animal right activists, you are just transferring that law to another species.
We want to bring these species also within the law. Yes, we want to protect their life.
So that's why you are using the word rights, animal rights activists.
Yes.
So, and you agree with that the basic right is for every human is to live. And to not steal their things,
Yeah, for a human that
to give
works.
them a shelter,
Yeah,
to
for a
give them a food,
Yes.
to let them live peacefully.
Yes.
Simply, you will agree that.
Yeah.
And you are transferring that rights term and those laws to you want the people to apply that to another species.
Not the exact same. There will be several major modifications, and yes, those have to be applied to animals. Basically, the right to not be exploited as a commodity by humans. If you give animals this one right, tomorrow all the exploitative industries will fall like that. It's over. This one right solves everything.
So you're saying that we are not getting commodified. Humans are not getting commodified.
Not in the same regard as animals are, but I would like to know. I don't know, Shaan. I don't think me and you are commodities. No.
Like what exactly you would say as commodifying or
Commodification, the exact meaning. Would you like for me to look in the internet for a proper definition?
Sure.
Okay. And just a query as we're doing this, we've been going for now 1.5 hours? Yeah? Okay. Almost 1.5 hours. Okay, we have plenty of time. No issues. Just type here. Commodification definition. The action or process of treating something as a mere commodity. You know what commodity, you want me to look at the meaning? Commodity basically means like an object, a product or a material that can be bought and sold. That is a commodity. Basically, we can put a price tag on you and on me, and someone can auction us, like slave trade, how it happened in the past. That is called commodification. We are putting a price tag on the individual and we are selling them as if they are some goods. That is what I'm saying we should not do to animals. If you give animals that one right, boom, everything is over.
What one right?
To not be used as commodities.
Okay.
That is what we're asking as animal rights activists. We want animals to get that one right. Humans should not use animals as commodities.
So the only thing what you're asking is that should not be bought.
No, not the only thing, but that is one of the major ones. For the sake of this argument, yes, let's take that as the major one.
So
yes.
by using the term rights, you are asking them to not getting commodified.
Yes, exactly. Yeah.
Like how human are putting tags and doing works for getting money or like that.
That is not commodification.
Yeah.
Commodification means I put a tag on your ear. There'll be a certain number like some 560, and I say that I own you. And tomorrow someone's coming. I'm like, hey, here's 560. Give me 1,000 rupees. Take him. Go do whatever you want with him. That is commodification. Slavery, basically.
Okay, so you're not to make it clear. You just wanted, you are mentioning like not you or every vegans, this is your philosophy. By mentioning the rights, you're just applying or implying that to not getting commodified or not getting
that is right. Yes. That is the major right you want to give animals. Yes.
I thought like you're against killing. You're against killing. How bad would you feel if I keep a knife on your throat to slaughter you, to slither your throat, like how you portrayed? I thought you're against taking lives, like killing. That's why I asked. You mentioned the term. You said plus. For the first metaphor you add, you are a child right activist, but plus you are a racist. The same scenario is happening here. I clearly gave you a picture. This way of living and eating and surviving is this, and this animals way of living and eating and surviving is this. You could you're talking for one thing and you're neglecting the other thing. That's what I asked exactly. So don't you have any other term for this?
That's what I told you. That was the third time I'm saying to you. Plus.
No. I'm not again asking you. I clearly understood. I'm telling you. Okay, it's enough. And second thing, like you'd go to cybercrime police and things for me hacking you and looting your money. The thing is like you earned it, right? With your physical work or hard work or intelligent work, laptop, whatever things. I didn't harm you. I didn't cut off your hands. I didn't hit in your head to make you intellectually go.
Right, I understand. I follow. Yeah.
So, why are you not letting it go away and going to cybercrime police?
Because you have taken away my resource, you have cut away my lifeline, and by taking that away from me, I will die.
No. Without money, you will die. Like, what kind of logic is this? So, are beggars are dying out here?
Yeah, they are struggling and
No.
suffering and dying.
No, what I'm asking is, you're not going to eat your money, right?
No, I won't, but I'll use my money to buy food, to buy water, to buy clothing, to buy shelter. I need all these things as a human being to survive.
Like, water is natural resource, right?
Yeah, but
then why do you need money to buy water? What kind
are
of
we
thing
from
is
the
this?
same universe?
No,
What?
tell me.
I'm asking, are we from the same universe?
Yeah.
We are?
Yeah.
This is the same planet, sure? Okay, I'm not dreaming. Because what kind of a question is this, Shaan? This is a water bottle in front of me. What's the price on this? Give me a second. Bro, how much is this? Any idea? 10 rupees? 10 rupees. So water is a commodity.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
humans have
if you-
commodified water. It's a
If you
commodity.
get out of the street and go into that, there is a little tank, corporation water, tap, free of cost water.
Mhm. Yeah. So
Yeah.
when I have a choice to choose between healthy drinking water or what could be unhealthy,
Yeah.
I'm going to choose the healthy one. When I have no choice, obviously for survival's sake, then I'll have to choose only that. But what's the point you're trying to get at, Shaan? I'm trying to say that.
What I'm trying to say is like, that's money. You earned it. I took it from you. You can earn it again.
Okay. Therefore,
Right. You can earn it again.
yes.
There is no need to go to a police and raise a complaint.
I have children. I have a wife. I have elderly parents. Everyone's
You need
depending
money.
on me. Yeah, I need money to feed them also, right? I have so many people depending on me. If you come and take my money, means what? How can I keep quiet? I have to take care of my family, my loved ones.
I didn't hurt you, right?
You didn't hurt me physically, but you have now taken a resource from me. Yeah, and that resource is necessary for me to live in this world. Therefore,
Yeah,
I'm fighting back.
That's how the human built the system in this way.
yes,
Right.
yes.
So now why I use this metaphor is like, I'm just little curious.
Okay. Go on.
When we people consume vegetables or fruits, we are plucking it, and we are tell them as we would say as that will get grow again. It will grow again. So it's not basically killing the plant.
In that particular scenario, yes, but usually we just uproot everything only. In the modern day farming, they have harvesters. They just
Are you against that?
No, I'm not against that. No.
Okay. So do you comparatively, is it making you any sense?
Comparing plucking of a fruit with the harvester, you mean?
No. Like the plant with the help of sunlight,
right?
Root, water, nutrients, and everything that
no, Shaan,
created
don't tell me you're
money.
going into plants rights. No.
No.
Don't
I'm
tell
not
me
going
you're
to the plant
there.
rights. That produce that vegetative product, reproductive system of its asexual reproduction system, right?
Or sexual. Plants have both different species. Okay, yeah.
The fruits,
Yes.
basically.
Whoa. Okay, where are you going? Go on. Okay, therefore.
You earned your money.
Okay.
Right. By your hard work or your intellectual, whatever, that sunlight and root and water consumption like that. Likewise, you spent your physical work or your mental psychological intelligence to something to earn that money. Yeah.
So.
And I took that.
Yeah, so that is the same as taking fruit from the plant. You're making a comparison like...
Oh, don't you agree with that? I'm asking, I'm just curious. I'm saying
respectfully,
this is right.
if I'm allowed to say this word means, I hope you won't mind. No, I don't agree. Not saying to you, I'm just saying no.
Yeah,
you can see my face.
I use cuss words. You can use cuss words.
I'll just beep them out. You can... No. Dude. Okay. Arvind, you know what? Wait. I'll drink some water, man. You're...
Sure, you can.
Yeah. Okay. I guess what's happened for me is, as we progress further in this podcast, my heart is being broken little by piece. When I first sat and started talking, you don't mind me going on a small tangent, right? See, when I first sat and started talking to you, and I asked you questions, what is veganism, this and that, and you were like, you're giving all like solid answers. Like everything is, you're giving definitions, which shows you have a very clear understanding of everything. Your understanding is very, very perfect in that regard. So I was like, cool, man. This guy seems to understand everything. I just want to see where it is that me and him probably disagree slightly. And I'll try to maybe convince him and bring him this side and that. As we are talking more and more, Shaan, I am thinking it's not just a minor disagreement me and you have. I think it's like a worldview of a complete difference me and you have. And I think your reasoning and the examples you give are nonsense. And I'm not saying this is disrespect at all. And if you think I am full of shit, please say so to my face. I won't get offended or anything. Okay, we are here to just talk our mind only, right? But you started off by saying that you talked about nature and about other primates, and then however saying things are natural, but then you didn't want that to happen to humans, even though humans doing to humans is natural. From there we went to the whole analogy between what do you call the mosquitoes biting me, and why I'm calling myself an animal rights activist if I'm not actively campaigning against those instruments used to kill mosquitoes. So now we have come to the fact where I am earning money, a human being, and someone taking my money from me is the same as plucking a fruit from a tree, because the tree apparently has gone through the effort of producing the fruit.
Obviously, right.
Obviously, my guy, do you not see the difference between, again, a human being and a plant? Do you you're talking in a very poetic sense here? The tree has also done hard work and labor. Bro, that's not how it works. That's a different organism. You seem to be a very good biology wizard. You seem to know all these names and classifications so well. Okay, so you be honest, bro. Biologically, right now, you're comparing a human being from the animal kingdom and their biological activities for sustenance with the biological activities of sustenance of a plant. Okay, both are biological activities of sustenance, and you are talking as if the moral regard for both is the same because both are just doing biological activities. Am I right in making that statement? Like,
No. You're going because of your past experience of debating with people.
Mhm.
You're so easily assumed and getting defensive, I guess.
But,
What I'm asking is, your principal golden rule is do unto others as you have do unto them.
yes,
You agreed with that?
yes.
Now, what I know very well, I'm comparing that it's a whole different kingdom.
Mhm.
Like animal kingdom to I went into plant kingdom.
Mhm.
The scenario is same.
Mhm.
You're working hard, man. Right.
Mhm.
You don't have any you don't have necessity to do that. Okay. Basically you could see fruits and things. Nobody is cultivating forests out there or fruits out there, right? But yet there are animals surviving in the forest. Don't you guess?
Right.
In Western Ghats, who is going and plugging or planting?
You're talking about the jungle right now.
Yeah,
Okay,
planting
jungle.
trees. Who's doing that? It's
Right.
creating by its own right.
Right.
You're not doing that.
Right.
Simple. So it is natural resource.
Okay.
Because of our comfortness,
Mhm.
we were so lazy, or we were very
We were not lazy, dude. We were just trying to survive. Humans began agriculture as a struggle to survive. That's why we began agriculture.
okay. We began agriculture. We get our food in our hands easily. To make that soil get what would they say?
More potent with
Fertile or
fertile,
whatever.
Yeah.
They used wooden blocks with the help of cow.
Mhm.
Then they thought why we are using for this, why not for that, and they
Mhm.
started to consume milk. Then why this,
Right.
then why not that? Then they started to eat meat. Then
Right.
chicken, they pet chicken. Then why not eggs? Like
Okay,
at the
right,
time,
right.
it is like hypothetically, there must be a big drought.
Mhm.
No, nothing's there to survive to
Mhm.
eat. Then suddenly, the chicken might lay an egg. They thought they bite and they break and they gulp
Right.
it
So yeah,
or whatever
the
like
point. The point. Yeah.
that.
Therefore.
So what I'm asking is the scenario here. Like
Mhm.
you actually don't need to do that, right? Going into a job, typing a system in right now. We created a system like that, and we get trapped into this.
Right. Right. Okay. And therefore,
You are also
right.
human.
I agree. Go on. Yeah, I agree. Yes.
You're also
right.
human. Some guy laying in the traffic signal with nothing to wear, he's also a human.
Right.
Is he going to work for survive?
Is he going to work for survival?
Yeah.
Yes.
Any IT job or
No,
rickshaw pulling?
he won't get a job.
Yeah, but he is living, right?
Yes, he's alive. With
Yeah.
what quality of life, Shaan?
Yeah, that's the point. The comfortness, the quality of life. That's what we are talking,
One
right?
second, wait. Asking for food 3 times a day, asking for a roof over your head and clothes on your body is not comfort. That's a basic necessity for a human being, for a human with dignity. You cannot live in society without that.
Yeah, society thinks we
Buddy,
need shoes.
I find this very odd how you always speak in a very poetic way, like, yeah, we humans have made a system and all this. You too are a part of the system.
Yeah.
Yeah, you too are here and you enjoy all the comforts and benefits it gives you when it does give it to you. There might be times where it's not good to you. There might be times where it gives you and you also very much enjoy all of that stuff. Okay. But then what you're doing is, when I am asking you to say that there are some flaws in society, let us as human beings sit down and just read the rules we have labeled and see which and all make sense, which and all don't make sense. Let's try to remove the ones that don't make sense and add ones that are better. That's all that I've been saying from the beginning regarding rights. Right? That's all I've been saying. Why are we not even going to the table for that? And we're going in circles talking about something else and all in this philosophy. Is this, in what way? Dude, that is a problem, Shaan. Let's find, I am saying I have a solution. Why not listen to that? Why are we instead going in this circle of this conversation right now? What are we even trying
Because
to
it's
show?
way of life, right? Your principle is do unto others as you do unto them. You agreed with that point.
Right.
And you're not doing that, right?
Because of plants.
No, because of not because of plants, because of money.
No. But again, in this example, again, we're taking the plant as the main thing, right? Right.
Would you agree with the statement? Like right now, you are against exploiting things. You are
Hang on.
exploiting right now. No, you are a vegan and you completely agree with your soul. You're not going to exploit anything, any living being for
When
your.
did I say that? When?
Okay, I'm not going to assume. I'm asking you. Okay.
No, sir. No, I do not make that
No,
statement,
I didn't.
sir.
I haven't
Okay.
asked my question.
Okay.
Okay. You're not going to exploit animals for your purpose.
Yes.
Right.
Right.
That's where you take a stand.
Yes, sir.
And why? Because you don't want that to happen to you. That's a basic empathy, compassionate. That's what you say.
Yes.
Now you don't want me to take out your money.
Yes.
It will
Impact me negatively.
not necessarily. That's what I'm telling. I'm not. I didn't damage your potential to earn the money back again.
Yeah, but in the same way, see, you're taking what is mine. It's mine. Okay.
Yeah, the fruit is not for us, right?
Yeah, but dude, again, that's why you're making the mistake right now, because biologically you are choosing right now to compare that plant to a human being, right? You are making a comparison there, right?
No, I'm not comparing the plant and humans are same.
You're comparing, I can say in a poetic sense that, oh, he is also struggling for his survival. That is also struggling
No,
for
I'm
his...
not struggling for. I'm not my quoting struggling for
Can
survival
you
and
just
all.
put it in just one or two lines clearly what you're saying? Just two sentences.
Clearly, I asked you if I take your money.
That's not a question.
Yeah.
Make your stance. What is your stance right now? You're asking. Make your stance. Say, Arvind.
I tried. I very much
let me make the
like
question
to highlight your quote.
Let me make my question clear. Let me make my
Yeah.
question saying that in two lines, if you could please make your statement very clear so I understand what it is the point of view that you're saying. Because when you ask me a question and I have to get back, I'm not necessarily, maybe I am misinterpreting what you're trying to say. Okay. So forget the questions. Your point of view right now, clearly what is like how I'm saying animals are sentient. Do not exploit them. That's a very clear statement, right?
Mm.
I want a clear statement from you. What are you saying, Shaan?
That I like to highlight your quote. The act of evil is same, but the victims are different.
The act of what? I'm sorry, a little louder, please.
The act of evil is same,
Mm-hmm.
only the victims are different.
Mm.
You mentioned it right
Mm-hmm.
in your videos, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's what I'm asking.
Yeah, so plants are not others and plants are not victims.
When
If
it
you-
comes to you, when I am taking your money, you are not okay with that,
Right.
right?
Yes.
So, but you're okay with taking vegetables and fruits.
Yeah, they are not within my moral consideration. That green thing next to you is not within, you are within my moral consideration. These people are within my moral consideration. A cow or a pig or a chicken is in my moral consideration. This green thing next to you is not in my moral consideration. If you think I'm wrong for doing that, I'll be happy to listen to you explain to me why I should consider them give moral value to plants.
No, it's not about moral value. I'm
It is
asking you.
precisely when you are comparing a theft to a human and then equating that to me plucking a fruit, you are making a moral equivalence here, right?
No, I'm not taking moral equivalence. I want to highlight your do unto others as you do unto them. If you say that only apply to animal kingdom, I'm not going to ask you this question.
I am already saying that, yes, it applies only to sentient life, which means humans and animals. This rule of mine applies my circle of compassion, circle of empathy, if you want to call that. It extends till all, not even all animals, only sentient animals. For example, you also would know that jellyfish are not
Yeah,
sentient.
simply. Yeah. Now you're coming to the first point.
Mhm.
If you say as a sentient right activist,
Huh? Yeah, so if you want to in that way make that change, go ahead. You can mention that. See, now I'm not disagreeing with you. See, when you mention it that way, when you're putting it fairly, okay.
Yeah, that's what I'm asking, man. That's simply I was asking. At that time, we were wasting a lot of time for this
because
thing.
You went to an animal that attacks me. That's why I was not agreeing. When you said like this, see, do I disagree one bit?
Yeah, simply that's what I'm asking. If vegans are saying that we are going on a public place and doing things, we are animal rights activists. Don't use that word. You just use the word sentient right activist. But that's what I'm asking.
Okay, in that regard, fine. So this is a fair point. See,
this is what I'm trying to prove for a very long time.
Okay, wait, hold up. But let me just comment on this and we'll go to the next one. See, now, when you say call yourself a sentient right activist, you are objectively correct. Okay? Not going to argue with that. I don't do that because I'll tell you why. Marketing. Okay, not only do I have a message, I also have to make my message as appealing as I can because I am seeing them suffer like this. The animals, I saw the photos and all that stuff in the videos. It bothers me. So therefore, I want to win more people over to my side. When I say, hey, here, Arvind, the sentient activist, different. Arvind, animal activist. You told Skumi, Vanna, Kavyangal, whom they said, Arvind, sentient activist or Arvind, animal activist. So it's a marketing.
Yeah, it's a tactic to pull your focus. Simply. That's where I denied. That's why I asked that question. Okay. I'm not. That topic is over.
Okay, fine.
I simply wanted to hear this thing, like the sentient right activist. That's why I wanted to hear.
Agreed.
You included the word animal. Not only you. Simply every vegan. Like right now, I've seen a Instagram page, Animals Save India. Protect. Like these things offend me. Simply, you mentioned animal at the same time. You're telling. I guess that guy. Am I allowed to say anybody's name?
If it's some very big
politician defense.
Okay.
That guy was like, yo, buddy, it's a defense, man. Like, oh, you have your own immunity system to defend yourself from that animals, from that insect. If you're using the word sentient rights activist, I'm not going to ask you anything. I don't have any problem with that.
You're right. We are sentient rights activists.
Yeah, don't use the word animals and then I'm going to... I'm not asking for the rights.
For marketing purposes.
Yeah, that's what I wanted to hear.
I'm being honest. No, I'm an honest person. I'll be honest with you on that. Okay.
For that.
Cool. But wait, here's the thing right now though. If circle we went right now. My point is, how does any of this debate right now help in regards to animal rights? Can we come to the core right now? Now that I've answered your question, can we attack the core of the issue right now?
Yeah.
Whether I call myself an animal rights activist, whether I am the most useless person in the world, whether I'm a drunkard, doesn't matter any of these things. I'm a liar, I'm a thief, but still the message of veganism is very clear, saying that please extend your moral consideration also to these animals. I'm asking you, Shaan, according to you, do animals have moral value or not? The ones I'm specifically naming right now, since you're very specific, I'll
No. What? That's not why I smirked. I actually wanted to know what exactly you're trying to say as moral value.
Okay, fair enough. Moral value means, good question. We can take into consideration their difficulties like hunger, thirst, suffering, or their desires, things like that. We take into consideration their needs and their and if the negative things happen to them, we try stopping that. That is called moral value. Do you think would you consider that animals have moral value? Because I've spoken to some people on this podcast. They told me no, animals have zero moral value. Literally pour kerosene on them in front of me right now, light a fire, let them burn and scream. Don't care.
Okay, so the lack of sympathy and empathy.
You need empathy for this. Yes, I agree. Empathy is a quality you need. But I am asking you, based on your personal experiences in life so far, okay, what all you have done, everything, how you have interacted with animals in your life, also something you might be having. Do you... One second. Bro. So, do you believe that animals have moral value or not? This is your opinion.
Moral value like the hunger, this, that,
pain, suffering, everything. Basically everything. That's what moral value basically talks about.
You already mentioned that moral and immoral things is created by us, right?
Mm-hmm.
You agree with that?
Mm-hmm.
So we have a laws and things known as right, and all things are applied to us.
Mm-hmm.
Why are not you're asking them to extend to them? Now you ask a simple question. Do animals have moral values? Do you think they have moral values?
Yeah, it's a very simple question. What I'm saying is, like, for example, if you are going some like, do you think it's possible? Again, this is just a personal opinion. Okay? I'm not trying to like catch you somewhere right now. In your personal mind and heart, do you feel that if something happens to an animal, you're seeing some cruelty, you think, oh my God, that's an injustice. Like how you told, when it comes to a human being, you did feel in your heart, oh my God, that's an injustice.
Yeah, if I see a human getting beat by somebody or
by some caste or some discrimination, whatever, you will think in your heart. Have you ever felt that same kind of feeling towards animals at all, Shaan? Do you think
like a dog and dog biting each other?
No. I'm talking about human-based animal suffering inflicted right
like
now.
a human going and
for
throwing
no
the
reason,
stones
just
at
for their
a
own
dog.
pleasure or vanity, they're doing that. Do you consider that to be like an injustice? Do you personally feel that?
I feel bad. Yeah.
Bad, but do you think it's an injustice? Do you think it's like an immoral action? Like that's what I asked you. Do you think animals have moral value?
No, the actual thing is, if they are putting a chain into his neck, either a cow or a dog, and tying in a post, then there is a beating, hitting, throwing stones, then it's more immoral. Okay, it's I won't justify.
So the answer is
that
yes.
won't be justify that. If that animal is a free thing, like it's simply they don't have any restriction in that, and the guy is throwing stones, I don't find that as a
right
immoral thing to do.
So
Because why? The animal have their own different system. It has the thorns. It have the power to make that man fall down, and yet they are not choosing to do that. Means that's their choice.
Okay. No. But we went too far. So the answer for you actually to that is yes, because you believe animals do have moral values, but there are certain stipulations you have. But in those stipulations, they have moral value. Okay, fine. Now, I just want to make do you think for me it's fair to compare humans and animals when it comes to an injustice? Like say, for example, we are killing a human being. We're calling that as murder, as an injustice. Do you think if someone were to kill an animal right now, not in the name of self-defense, but just for the sake of killing the animal, do you think it makes sense to compare that human and animal in the same regard as an injustice? Or do you think, no, you cannot compare because the human has more value in terms of life than the animal? You got my question right.
Yeah, I understood. Like
think,
if a human is killing a human and a human is killing an animal.
Is it equal? Do you see it as an equally wrong thing? Do you think, or do you think when vegans compare those things, that do you think why on earth would you compare that, man? That's not the same. Like
if a cow kills a cow and a human kills a human, that's equal.
Yeah, but that's not the example I gave you, right?
Yeah. If a human kills a human, do I feel bad? Do I feel offended or anxious? Like what if it could happen to me? But when the same guy doing with a cow, I don't feel bad.
You don't have moral consideration for that.
Yeah.
Okay. So, do you think that people who are murderers towards other humans, they should stop? If you could tell them to stop, would you ask them to stop? If there's a serial killer, psycho killer out there, and if you could tell, hey, would you think he should stop?
No, he won't. He's not going to stop.
That's not my question, though. Do you think he should stop?
How would I think he would stop or not?
No, do you think he should stop? Like, do you think, for example, there's a terrorist there, you can control him, but do you think, man, I hope he stops doing what he's doing?
No.
You don't think that?
No, I don't think that. I think somebody should take him down.
Right, someone should kill him.
Yeah.
Okay. But let's say that option is not available. But if you could, but you would rather have him eradicated completely. Okay, and the reason being is because you're looking out for yourself, not for the other human. Because you feel if the terrorist kills him, he could also kill you one day. So, is it right if I say that in that regard, you are selfish? You are not looking out for your fellow man because you think that the fellow man has the right to live. You don't want someone to kill the fellow man because that might be you one day.
No.
So you say the fellow man also has rights to live.
Yeah.
You believe that. Okay, fine. So, on what basis do you think that the fellow... Why do we say that a man in society has a right to live? Two atheists talking here right now. Where do we get this idea from? That man has the right to live, that killing is wrong. From where do we get this idea? Have you ever thought about that?
Like...
why do we say...
Why I'm not killing him?
Why it is in society, we say, if leaving religion aside, because religion means we'll say God told this.
No, I'm not going to that.
But let's just say, only as two rationalists we're talking right now, killing a man is wrong. Why?
Because it's our own species.
Okay. And therefore?
Yeah.
But that's not a logical argument, right? Because when you're saying it's our own species, then that man might say, it's because it's my own species and 100% I'll kill him. That because he is the one that's more dangerous to me.
No, what I'm asking is, what I'm going to ask is, he's simply staying there and am I going to kill him? Or
Not you are
asking?
going to kill him.
Yeah.
My point is, human A exists, innocent human society, they're living about doing. Why do they have a right to life? Why? Why do they have a right to life? Why do they have a right to not be harmed? Why do they have a right to not be a commodity or be a slave? Why?
They created a law.
Why?
I don't know why.
So you don't know? Can I give some ideas to you?
Yeah, give me some.
Do you think maybe it's because inherently, as a living being, we humans have the desire to not be physically harmed? That we cherish and value our lives. In English, we call it as intrinsic value. Or these words, intrinsic value.
Intrinsic
Yeah,
value of thoughts,
extrinsic value is like money. For example, if I pull out a 500 rupee paper note right now, it's only a piece of paper. But if I throw it in the ground, someone will pick it and run. So much value because we have given extrinsic value. Intrinsically, it's just a piece of paper. But extrinsically, we humans agreed, so much value. But human being, we say that their life has intrinsic value. Even if the fellow human being is saying, hey, he is a useless fellow. No. That person is alive. He or she wants to live. They don't want someone to come and grab their body. Therefore, they have the right to not be harmed. Do you agree with this framework, first of all? That is the reason why we give rights. Because if you go to court, judge will say, what? You killed an innocent man. You have taken their life against, you committed homicide. That's the word they use, right? So we give in law rights to a human being to not be killed or harmed or subjugated because the human being doesn't want to be killed or harmed or subjugated, right? Fair enough so far? Okay. Now, what do we do, Shaan, if we find out in society, we have other groups of beings that live among us. They are not human, but they have those same qualities in them. If we are saying it's because of those qualities that we give humans the right to not be exploited, what do we do when we find out that chickens and cows and pigs also have exactly that same quality within them, but they're just not human? What do we do?
I'm asking if they are, I'm telling, if they are of the same quality, if they are in a same level with a human, they would also come under a Homo sapiens, right?
That's something. They're not human. What I mean is that in terms of intelligence, in terms of technological advancement, they are not bipedal, right? They are not us. But those qualities, what I told right now, we say this is homicide, this is wrong and injustice because that human did not want to be abused. That human did not want to be a victim.
Exactly what I'm telling is, if you and me sitting in a forest, chilling, doing campfire, and a tiger, a leopard,
little louder,
tiger or leopard, whatever, it comes and like hunted us down. Okay, our life has been lost, right? Or IFS or forest officials, are they going to find out the leopard and put them in a jail?
No.
Why?
Because they may not put them in jail, but if this has been a repeated event for the same leopard, then they'll probably track and kill the leopard because it's a man-eater.
After 20, 30 kills, maybe.
Yeah, then it's a man-eater. Yeah, they'll track and kill the leopard. Yeah.
So I am killing you, like one species to the same species, it happens. Then that's why it's wrong. That's when it's wrong, right? When the other species is coming and killing you, then that's not considered as a wrong.
Yeah, but we can go species by species, right? When a leopard is a carnivorous animal that is trying to kill you. That's why I asked you, even in the videos you've seen about me, when was the last time a chicken attacked you? When was the last time a pig or a buffalo attacked you? If you want to use that logic, it doesn't apply to these farmed animals at all.
Yeah, because we are not autotrophs, right?
What do you mean by autotrophs?
Like autotrophs, plants, the ones consumes or produce the food, synthesize their food by themselves.
Yeah, but then again, you realize that animals don't necessarily have to harm you only in the name of food. They can harm you regardless.
No, but we are heterotrophs, right? We are not autotrophs. We are not producers of our own food by photosynthesis. We produce food. Our survival depends on consuming nutrients or food from other sources.
Right. Therefore, I fail to see how we went from my arguments early now to this.
Yeah, why not eating them?
No, but here's my the question we debated here was that what I was asking you was, we give rights to human lives and human values because the human has certain intrinsic qualities, is what I said, right?
Yeah, exactly. I understood.
And no, but I'm saying now that these intrinsic qualities are also found in other species. Okay, what do we do? Why do we not give them value? What is the reason for not giving value?
Because they're not they only have intrinsic value, but they don't have that other characteristics like us.
What characteristics, Shaan? That heterotrope and autotrope example.
No, they are also heterotrope.
Right, they don't make their own food. Okay, fine. So what characteristics, Sean? What do they not have that we have?
You said that right. Intelligence, no.
So because
Bipedal, no.
So because they are not
they don't have toes, fingers.
Okay.
They have hooves.
Okay,
They have tails. They have horns.
Hold up. So because they are not bipedal or intelligent, and because they look different, therefore
No, not exactly. Simply don't put that as a look different. Hooves,
because they don't.
tails, horns.
Okay. So if tomorrow you have read about these certain stories of this one child, I don't know where in India, was born with a small tail. I don't know if that's first of all true or not.
That's a medical condition. We also had a tail.
Well, a vestigial tail bone, yeah. But hold up. But my point is this. You right now made a distinction. I asked you what's the difference, right?
Yeah.
You gave me a distinguishing factor. Fair enough. So let's go factor by factor right now. If we can. We have still some more time, maybe maximum 20 more minutes, and we can wind it up. Okay. If there is a baby tomorrow born with a tail, I can treat that baby the way we treat chickens and cows and pigs.
No, that's a human baby, right?
But it has a tail. You told as long as they, but there's a difference though, clearly. Then what is, because if the distinguishing factor is them having a tail and us not having a tail, if one of us suddenly has a tail, can we do that to them?
With one factor.
No. So then the whole tail thing is pointless.
If that baby is born with four hooves and 2 horns and tail, definitely it going to get killed.
No, but it's not going to get killed.
Yeah.
Can I kill? Can I exploit? Can I use their body? Can I do whatever I want with them just because apparently they are not human?
The baby, how are you talking, or simply human?
I'm
not
talking
human.
about the baby human. See, let's say for example tomorrow some deformed baby is also born. There are people, you also mentioned intelligence. There are plenty of people who are mentally handicapped in this world. They don't have, there are, I can show you plenty of animals that are more intelligent than mentally handicapped human beings. Can we therefore now
crow, ravens, yeah.
So can I therefore now start exploiting the bodies of humans who are less intelligent over because they are less intelligent?
The same species, no.
Okay, so then tell me, then you have to say the difference, Arvind, is not about hooves or intelligence or bipedalism. The difference that you value
Do you think
is
how speciesism is formed.
Wait. The difference you value then is not about tails or hooves or about bipedalism or intelligence. It's about species.
Yeah, that's how the species get differs.
But the moment I see, let's do it this way. Think of it like this right now. Say there is a chicken on the left, a human being on the right. Okay. I give you a magic wand. Each time you wave the wand, something about that human being is going to transform. First wave of the wand, instead of skin, they get feathers. Second wave, instead of a mouth and a nose, they get a beak. Another wave, they get chicken-like legs. Then you keep waving. By the time you reach the 20th wave, complete chicken. At which point along the way do you think they're okay to kill? Do you get my question?
After they completely transform into chicken.
So even if there's one thing remaining, so the entire body, the body chicken, but instead of wings, they have human hands, should not kill. But the moment it becomes human wings, chicken wings, we can kill them.
That's completely not a human.
Even half head chicken, half legs chicken, and body alone human is also not a human.
That's weird, right? Because if you mentioned it hypothetically, if hypothetically I grew up consuming half human hand and 2 human leg with a tummy with feathers and a mouth in a beak. If I grew up in consuming these things, I would kill and eat.
Yeah, but you would back then. But then that's why I'm asking you, then do you not realize that by stating these differences, we cannot justify whether what we're doing is actually logical, illogical, right or wrong? Because if we are saying that human has intrinsic value, right? But the same intrinsic value is now found in other species, but we're saying we won't respect them there. But then we say that it's only because we have been doing it for so long and we're used to. Do you understand the argument you just gave right now to me, saying if I had been in that same regard, humans also who have been abusing and exploiting other humans for so long will think what they're doing is right. The same, we're going right now back to the beginning, the caste issue. The people who are mistreating maybe members of your community think that they are right. They're saying, bro, from time immemorial, my ancestors taught me this. That's why I behave this way. I am saying, if you are saying you are against casteism and condemning that, while you, however, give the exact same reasons right now to exploit animals, you are a hypocrite. You understand that?
You could say that hypocrite or I am a hypocrite or whatever it is.
But am I right or wrong though?
What the thing is, we are autotrophs and heterotrophs. There's a different, I clearly mentioned.
Okay.
Autotrophs, The plants, they created its own food. And
Okay.
heterotrophs, it depends on the nutrition from other outer side.
Mm-hmm.
So they are grazing the plants. The typical cycle, like gazelle eat grass,
Right.
lion eats gazelle,
Right.
snake bites lion, vulture eat lion's carcasses, hyena share that. Likewise, it's a food. It's a food thing. Like
Mhm.
eating, nutrition, getting
Mhm,
nutrients and
mhm.
nutrition. That's a different thing. And here, like power, for their ego, they're hurting the same species. It's not in the same par.
But Shaan, if I am not wrong, correct me. I don't think you eat meat, dairy, and eggs anymore in this modern day and age for biological needs. There is no longer a biological requirement because we have other options to choose from.
Right.
If you had said this 150 years ago, I'm like, but in 2025, this does not really fly well. When you say they are eating they're hurting for their ego, you may be right. But I'm saying then Shaan is eating for his taste buds. Shaan is eating out of habit. Shaan is eating out of convenience, pleasure. How is it any different?
Like,
it's no longer biological at this point. It's not a biological necessity. If it is, means it's a different story altogether. But if you're living in Chennai right now, and if you have 100 or 120 rupees right now in your pocket to spare for today, you can be a vegan easily.
How?
By buying only plant-based food. It's not that expensive. 100 to 120 rupees a day, if you can spare, you can easily be a vegan. Are you aware of that?
No.
No. So would you agree then, if you say that those people who are casteist are doing it because they just are getting some kind of sick gratification from the violence, they think they're better. You are not getting that kind of a psychological gratification, but it's a taste gratification. If I gave you two options, soy chunks or chicken, which will you pick to make curry? If
curry or eat, which would
curry to eat. If I'm giving you soy chunks and chicken, which would you prefer?
Both.
You prefer both?
Yeah.
Then become vegan today. No, what's the problem for you? Eat soy chunks instead of chicken.
I eat both. I find you see the psychologically you mentioned, right?
No, this is now at this point we're entering into physiologically. Like taste is a pleasure. It's a physiological reaction in your body. The moment you bite meat, your brain is going to squirt dopamine. Right? It's going to happen. You bite paneer. If you eat tofu or paneer, obviously the brain is going to give more dopamine for paneer.
I agree with that fact. Like I can't eat a raw soy chunk, or I'm not going to eat a raw chicken.
Mm-hmm.
Right? The actual recipe is belongs in a spice.
Mm-hmm.
Obviously, the salt, right amount of salt, turmeric, and spices. That's what made them tasty. I
won't exactly agree from a biological perspective. See, meat has a lot of protein and a lot of fat. It's high in calories. So the human, when we were in the jungle, we evolved there. The brain has trained, like we are trained to pick meat. Like it has aided in human survival for so many thousands of years. We are conditioned to eat meat. Even right now, me as a vegan for 11 years, if hypothetically you put meat in my mouth, you think my brain won't light up? I am a human. It will light up biologically. But my point is this, Shaan. When you said, would you agree with the statement though? Those people who are casteist are not doing it for a biological necessity. They're doing it to get a kick out of it. But you also, at this point in time, in this day and age, are eating meat, dairy, and eggs, not for a biological necessity. You're doing it to get a kick out of it. Wouldn't that be a fair statement of me to say?
It's not getting a kick out of it. I'm actually consuming it for nutrients. The thing is, I'm completely against like consuming meat.
Little louder if you can, yeah.
I'm completely against like consuming meat like 7 days a week. You agree?
Yeah, but we're not going in from that perspective, right? We are going from an animal-based perspective.
The way how I grew up and how I ate meat was like I share you my personal experience, right? I am not a big fan of eating meat, first thing, and because I don't like mutton. I didn't like the taste of it previously. In the first stage when I started to eat, I've seen to places like a butcher shop. I went in and I saw things
right.
like.
But, I think we are right now. It's not like I want to cut you short, but since we are a little short on time, also
for taste buds.
That is my claim. My claim was that Shaan is eating for taste buds. Yes, that is my claim. Yes, yeah.
Yeah, fine. Taste buds, and moreover, that's what I tried to tell. When the first time I started to I ate that, I felt very different. Like I felt very happy.
Of course, meat, right?
No, not every meat.
But some meats.
Yeah.
Yeah, of course. Biologically, you will. I'm not denying any of that biology. Yeah. But that's what I'm saying though. So,
So it is same, like for biologically you are okay to consume the things. Likewise, why it's wrong when they are psychologically get gratitude
no, I
from
am
this?
saying that at this point, you no longer biologically need it. If you have 100 to 120 rupees a day, you can get all the nutrients your body needs from a plant-based diet. Okay, which is why I told I have that video on my channel that says the ultimate guide to veganism in India. It's 90 minutes long. I'll say maybe watch the entire thing again. It gives you a clear breakdown, price breakdown, B vitamins where you can get, what are the simple hacks,
Nutritional yeast,
you see what all supplements vegans can take. And by the way, they say vegans
fortified foods.
So like we take a B12 supplement and a vitamin D supplement because a vegan, B12 we can't get otherwise, right? And vitamin D is mainly found from sunlight, but also this fatty fish contains vitamin D. Vegans obviously don't eat that. So obviously I take a supplement. People are like, what? Vegans take supplements so expensive. It's 8 rupees a day. It's 8 rupees a day. Nutritional yeast means 7 rupees a day. So 15 rupees for that, little soy chunks here, little tofu, rice, vegetables, this and that. It will not that expensive, bro. So what I am trying to say to you is that you are not eating for nutrition. You can get your nutrition from another source. All I'm trying to say is that when you condemn someone for casteism, but you choose not to be a vegan and be a speciesist and engage in speciesism, you and them are no different. And as a human being, I'd only think that if I look at a group of people and think like, oh my God, why are they so discriminatory? Why are they so violent and bad? I at least will keep a mirror and not want to be the same like them.
Do you acknowledge that fact? We are not the only primitive apes. Like they were Homo neanderthals, Homo erectus, Homo habilis.
Yeah, we wiped them all out. Yes.
Yeah, we wiped them all out.
Yes.
And we are surviving here.
Yes. Therefore?
Yeah, like that. It's not that big problem to consume animals and killing and things.
It's not a problem for whom, Shaan?
For anybody.
It's not a problem for the chicken who's being exploited. It's not a problem for the pig who's being exploited, their bodies.
What's your purpose of life?
From a biological perspective or from a human philosophy, you're asking me?
Like no human philosophy, fallacies, human-made terms. Don't just neglect everything. Just what's your purpose?
You're asking me in the most casual way.
Yeah.
Bro, what's your purpose, bro?
Yeah.
The most casual. I am right now trying to use my life to raise awareness about veganism.
No. That's not I'm asking. I want to get an apartment in here, this, that, not in a current condition. Like basic thing. Like you are comparing a chicken and a human, right?
Right.
You like how right now a human baby is giving birth, or a human giving birth to a child. After a certain years, they'll start to decide which school we should put him, which study, which course, which job have a high salary in a upcoming future. That's how we are building, right? Like likewise, a chicken is laying an egg and giving a birth to anything, whatever.
A chick, yeah,
chick. Likewise, a cow giving a birth to a calf.
And the point is,
what's the exact purpose? Like cow, what would teach the cow would teach what to cough?
There is no purpose. Again, I'm saying biological purpose is just we survive and we reproduce. That's it.
Yeah, they did their own. They did that right.
Right.
Yeah.
And therefore?
Yeah. Then what's there to defend that? We are heterotrophs. We could kill and eat that.
So, if I understand you correctly, you are saying that because their aim is to biologically be alive and reproduce, since they have done that, therefore now that they've completed that process, I can now use their body for what I want. Is that what I'm getting from your statement?
Yeah.
So, every single human out there who's had a child, they're also heterotrophs. They have done their job. I can do whatever I want. Like, does this logic, is this even a logic, Shaan? Like, does this logic work anywhere?
That's why I'm telling. It's the same species. You have to come to the topic. You definitely will come to the topic, like why you're against speciesism. The speciesism is what and why it's related to casteism, feminism, homophobism, these things.
All of that.
Going to tell that.
We've pretty much, you already know this stuff and we've kind of been over there already. My point is that I don't understand at all the analogies that you're giving. Okay. And when you say life and purpose, I am again, see, what you're doing is, I don't know if you realize this, okay? And I have been trying to go in circles now for the past almost 2 hours at this point.
Yeah.
More than 2 hours to just explain this one point to you. You are at one point talking about biology And from there, suddenly, when it comes to humans, you're talking about ethics and morality. And then again, when it comes to animals, you again fit in one particular biological definition. And again, when it comes to humans, you're fitting in another human construct here. You're not being fair on both sides. You are, when it's convenient for humans, you're taking this. When it's convenient for that, you're taking that. My statement is very simple. In this modern day and age, again, I don't know your personal background properly, so I can't give a definitive statement. I'm guessing. You don't have a biological necessity to choose to eat animal products anymore. You at this point don't. When you're living in Chennai, you don't. Okay. With that being the case, you choose to do it only out of habit, tradition, convenience, and taste. All of these four things are either can be classified under pleasure or vanity. Okay. Which are not necessary for your survival at all. Well-being and health as well. Therefore, when you go and condemn human beings who behave in an abusive or violent manner towards fellow human beings because they are doing it to get a kick out of it, you are no different, but the victims you choose to mistreat are animals. That is all my statement was. That is what I'm saying.
Because I don't see animals and the human in the same value.
And they don't,
Simple.
and those people who are abusive don't see themselves and the people that are abusing in the same
Yeah,
value.
that's why that I'm saying that's wrong. We are same. Like
You are
now,
saying that, but they are saying no, we're not same, Shaan. They are saying that.
simple thing. They are not saying because I'm not them. They can't simply identify. If I actually mentioned you, like from there I came here, nobody's knowing me, like what I am.
It'll be loud, bro.
Nobody is knowing who I am or what I am, right? They are not. If right now in this room, I'll keep on canine and I'll keep on feline. You'll figure out that, right? This is cat, this is dog. Will you figure out who is him or who is them?
No, you cannot figure out caste making someone, but you can.
Simple. That's what I'm trying to tell.
No, but then again, that example of discrimination goes beyond caste. It can be based on gender. It can be based on skin color. It can be based on
I'm against everything that whenever it happens within the Homo sapiens, the things happening within Homo sapiens.
Yeah. So that's what you are, a human supremacist. You just like how there are some people who are caste supremacists, who are racial supremacists, who are gender supremacists. You are a human supremacist. You will show consideration only for your species.
Yeah.
You will show zero regard towards other species.
Yeah.
But at the same time, you will condemn humans treating other humans wrongly while you treat animals the same way they treat other humans. Am I right to that? I think that phrasing is right. That is called hypocrisy. Right? Go on. You draw.
What I am telling is, you acknowledge that fact they were habilis, Neanderthals, Erectus, along with us. We wiped out all of them, not completely by ourselves. Nature, scarcity, food scarcity, by all these things and other natural predators. We did that and we stay as a one single species.
That's what you say. Many don't, but okay, go on. We are biologically a single species.
Yeah. And
you are looking at us as a human species, human race, but many people don't do that, I'm saying. Many people see race, they see gender, they see religion.
That's why I'm from if you're seeing in evolution perspective, that's why I'm getting I'm standing against these discriminations, casteism, feminism, these all things.
But again,
now would you agree with the fact if Erectus and Sapiens get reproduced, would they bring a good child?
Can they? But different genus, right? Can we reproduce though? I know Neanderthals and humans have reproduced, but
Neanderthals and Sapiens have did that, and the recent studies showing that they have 80%, 20% genetical trace in this Neanderthals trace in that. Neanderthals and Sapiens have the built, that body built, and their things are a little bit similar. Okay. If you see a certain type of peoples like indigenous people, their normal growing feet is like 6 feet to 7 feet is the average, while our average height is 5 feet. So I am not sure like how much that is true. Really, they have a Neanderthals
DNA in them or not? Yeah,
in their body or something like that. So if you say that as a sapiens, why I am telling you why I am not agreeing with that and why I am against that. You are a sapien and I am a sapien. And the people who are saying is a women are not equal or men are higher to them, or these certain communities are inferior to us and we are superior to them. If they mate with each other, will their baby born with any deformities or disabilities, or
No,
or would they
the
make
same
a
species.
they
Same,
could make a healthy baby?
same species, healthy babies.
Simple.
Yeah.
Same species.
Mhm.
Then why have to all these unnecessary things?
Baba, that's what you are saying, bro. But there will be thousands, if not millions of humans disagreeing with you because they say, I am superior and by exploiting you, I get benefit.
Yeah.
Just like how you get taste, pleasure, benefit, they get some other benefit, financial benefit, or they just get a kick out of it. They think they're better. Therefore, they do it. All I'm trying to say is this. Listen, we've been going for a long time right now. What we'll do is I will now give my closing statements to the camera and you give your closing statements to the camera. After that, we'll have to stop because else it'll just go on forever. Is that fair? Like, do you think we'll give our closing statements or what do you want to do right now?
No, that's what I'm saying. Simply, it's a species. In a species, you're telling the casteism and you are thinking in this way, but there are people in thinking in that way.
Mhm.
So that's why that doesn't make any sense. It can't be nullified or neutralized with that statement. That's what I'm trying to say, right?
I am saying that people choose to discriminate based on one trait, be it race, be it gender.
They can't. That's why I'm trying to
Let me finish out.
tell.
Be it race, be it gender, or be it any other biological or man-made reason. And they use that to discriminate and mistreat a fellow man when none of those matters. At the end of the day, it's not because they can reproduce and have a child, therefore they have value. They intrinsically have value, is what I'm saying. The intrinsic value, the intrinsic desire for the pursuit of happiness, to be free in this world and not be physically harmed and be alive and live happily with their family. That's a basic trait found in all humans. And therefore, I'm valuing that trait. I am then saying that trait is, however, found also within the animals we share our society and this world with. However, you are unwilling to show that same, unwilling to apply those same rights onto those animals as well, because exploiting them benefits you. It benefits your taste buds. That's the only reason right now. So I am saying a person who is a racist, who is a misogynist, who is a casteist, who is a speciesist, all stand same shoulder to shoulder. There is no difference.
There's no
here.
such thing as a speciesist.
Yeah, of course, you will say that, man. Just like how a racist will say, if you go to America, there might be some white supremacists who will be like, there's no such thing as white supremacy. He'll say that. But then you know what? If I'm sitting and talking to him, after a certain point, I'll be like, okay, we'll give our final statements. What more can I say? If that person has made up their mind saying, no, this is how it is, even though how much ever time I show similarities to them between animals and humans, all I break down the intrinsic value. They're like, no. Similarly, I cannot convince a racist to believe that you and me are equal. He will not believe. A different race will not believe me and you are the same as him.
So I'm a human supremacist. So I'm not going to agree with that human and animals are equal. That's
Yeah, you
what I'm
are.
trying to
Yeah, I'm not saying that's an insult. That's a proper description. Yes.
Yeah. But that's your point of view, right? Like human supremacist, because there's no such thing as a human supremacist. I'm telling you.
And sure, then a racist will be like, there's no such thing as a white supremacist. Yeah, he could also say that. Yeah, they could, right? They could say that. Kim Jong-un would say that I'm not a dictator. I'm the nicest man in the world. He could say that.
Yeah.
They wouldn't make it true though. Okay.
You clearly understood, right?
I understood. I am saying that logic is not the point I'm even focusing on. You're talking about reproduction. I'm not talking about reproduction. I'm talking about intrinsic value.
Okay. The thing is, right now I tell you, for 10 years back, veganism is not a big deal. I completed it. I'll try to make it little bit as soon as I could.
Yeah.
The thing is, in American countries or in Western countries, is they have a very long history of McDonald's, KFC, and these things and all. The most of the slaughterhouse and most of the meats, it's going further, right? So nobody is producing, and in here in our side, you already mentioned in your video, only in a Sunday, weekly once or twice we used to eat meat. Now it's been generalized, like in everywhere you can get meat. After 5 p.m. you can get a chicken pakoda or whatever. It's very easily accessible for you people. So it's in our hands to don't reach out there and eat that, right? Food is medicine. Moderation is a key. You agree with that?
Yeah, we never went about health. I'm not saying meat is unhealthy. I never made that statement.
It's not healthy and unhealthy. I'm not talking about. Do you agree with the statement? Food is a medicine. Yeah, moderation is a key.
Yeah, I agree.
If you consume 4 times a meal continuously white rice, what would you end up with?
Yeah, you'll get sick. I know.
Diabetes. You will get diabetes. Like that. If you continuously eat meat, you'll get a disease and things and lots of.
I don't find the relevance of that statement to our entire debate at all. I never once made a statement saying meat is unhealthy. How does this have any relevance here, Shaan? I'm not saying that at all. I did never said you can't eat meat and be healthy.
You became a vegan because you mentioned that you went out to slaughterhouse, you saw this thing screaming, killing and things, and that made you like, why we should do this, why it's happening, so we should change it to that. Why it's happening? For whom it's happening?
For humans choosing to tantalize their taste buds for the most part, and for some people right now in our country, they are in a scenario where they probably cannot shift over to eating completely plant-based food because they don't have the financial or the capabilities to do so. That's why.
So would you say that it's for everyone? Everybody can be vegan? Or you
No,
try
that's
to say
why,
that?
if you notice, I've been clearly saying from the beginning, if you have 100 to 120 rupees in your pocket you can spare every day, you can definitely be a vegan. I've been very clear on that statement. Right? I have been clear on that statement.
So for taste buds, if you are eating that, it's a human supremacist thing.
Yes. Regardless, we are human supremacists only. But as someone who wants to create change, I cannot right now go to a beggar. I cannot go to someone who is already hardly having any money for anything and say to them, don't eat this. Well, that makes no sense. People who have the option, who have the privilege to make that change, I'm asking them to make that change.
Yeah.
That's my statement.
Yeah, now you are telling that, but in any video or anything, if you can, if you could afford a chicken, if you could afford this, if you can go to this place, if you can definitely be a vegan, yeah, I'm okay with that. I agree with that. You are telling that, right?
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah, 100 to 120
Yeah,
rupees.
I'm coming to that third metaphor.
Still, go on.
You are MBBS student, like you said, you will not take that. You have that ideology. You completed your second year. You know your microbiology and pathology and pharmacology. So you take that. I'm not going to interfere in that. If I go and prescribe these medicines to somebody out there, you said you would stop. Because it's not right thing to do, right?
Yeah, because you're involved. I don't care what you do to your body. Your body is yours.
Exactly. You be a vegan. No problem
Shaan,
with that.
are you really not understanding the whole point after 2.5 hours? You are involving the animal's body, bro. Tomorrow if meat starts falling from the sky, I don't care. But you have to involve an animal here. What kind of it's like I've been talking for 2.5 hours to someone and they're coming back with the basic questions. Do you not? In that example, if you're taking it for yourself, I told go ahead and take it. It's your body. I may advise you, but at the end of the day, your body, your choice. I can't say anything. If you want to smoke, drink alcohol, drink. But don't drink and drive. Is different. Why? Because now you're endangering somebody else. Don't smoke around a pregnant woman. Why? Because you're endangering her baby in her stomach. Similarly, when you consume meat, dairy, eggs, and honey, wire, leather, wool, and silk, it's not only about your choice. You're affecting the animal there. Yeah, that is the whole premise, right?
Okay, I understood that. The last thing is like if there are laws, right, to prevent crimes against racism, casteism, and things.
Yes, we are somewhat improving. Yes.
Yeah. So, what would you see or have steps or things to do to make this as a law to ban meat? You're comparing this with the like a homophobic,
other forms
LGBT,
of discrimination.
other forms of discrimination. It all protected by law.
Yeah.
Whoever the victim is, they are getting their rights.
Yes.
Back to them.
Yes.
So likewise, why are you not fighting in a court for this? If you're comparing or if you're believing that these are the same things, why are not going into the court and fighting for this?
Because we are a minority.
What?
Vegans are a minority.
Okay.
Only when we become far bigger in number will the government want to take us seriously as another group of individuals to cater to in society.
So to make that from being a minority to become a majority, you are trying this.
That's the whole point.
Debating this and preaching this.
Yeah, and posting online so people can see and they can decide for themselves. Yeah, that's the whole idea. That's the idea. That's the only way I can increase the knowledge about this.
So the three things what I wanted to know is like the term you are using. That's actually if you are claiming myself as a hypocrite, I am against this particular social problem, and I am doing this with animals because I am not considering that they are in my same species or they are not. They don't have any moral value of us same as me. Comparing the same issue like this and sorry, you said that likewise if you're saying like speciesist, you're comparing this with that, right? So why does it have to I'm just getting a little distracted, I guess. what I was trying to say. So, what I was trying to say in first place.
I think you are trying to make a point that if you're against speciesism, then why don't you also stand against all forms of discrimination as well? Is that the point you were trying to make?
No. That's not I wanted to ask. Like the clear things what I had in my mind was like you mentioned the word animal, and later you come to the you agree with that as you should use the sentient right activist. But for marketing purpose alone to lure people out, you use the word animal. You agree with that?
It's on tape, yeah.
Yeah. So wouldn't that make you a hypocrite?
If you want to call me in that regard, yeah, you can. If you want
Sure.
to, if you want to.
You are agree with you are hypocrite, and I am agree with I'm a hypocrite. If I'm eating a meat and
really, Shaan?
Yeah.
Okay. So now, see, here's the thing. Okay, if you want to open another can of worms, I'm ready. Okay. Yeah. That will also make me hypocrite. Telling a lie to a 2-year-old child will also make me a hypocrite. Okay. If I do that, there are levels to hypocrisy. Okay. There are also levels to violence. The hypocrisy that you are engaging in, what is the repercussion for that? When I am lying to a child, the repercussion is probably I'm lying to a child because the child otherwise will do something wrong to benefit the child. When I am probably saying you're calling me a hypocrite here, what am I doing? I am trying to get this movement more traction, and therefore I am being, you can use quote unquote biased for this vegan movement, and therefore I'm trying to get more people to pay attention to me because I'm Arvind animal activist. Okay, that's one thing. By you being a hypocrite, you're paying people to shove their hands into the anus of a cow, shoving rods into their private parts. You're stealing babies from mothers, chopping them up into thousands of pieces, giving them injections, squeezing milk from their udders, stealing and consuming that, then finally killing them when they are old. You're forcing chickens to stand into small crowded cages, forcing them to lay so many eggs to the point where literally blood starts coming out of the rear end. Then you take those chickens and you chop them and you kill them and you eat them. I think the levels, both are hypocrites. Yes, they both fall under the umbrella of hypocrites. One is an extraordinarily, unbelievably, disgustingly violent hypocrite. The other is a hypocrite. Yeah. In that regard, we both are hypocrites, Shaan.
The thing is,
do you disagree with my statement? Do you disagree with what I just said right now?
Disgustingly hypocrite.
By violent, disgustingly violent. I did not call you as a disgusting human being. I'm saying disgustingly violent.
Yeah.
So when you ask me a question and I give an answer, why don't you acknowledge anything? Why do you just immediately go to another question? Why do you not make the effort to?
No, I just wanted to know clearly. And that's why I'm asking you again. Simple. The main purpose I came here with 3 questions. One,
we've been over there, but I'm talking.
One is why you are using the term. You gave me an answer. We should use a term. Actual term is sentient right activist, but for marketing purpose, you are using animal.
Yes.
And the second one is if it happens to you, if I lure your money, obviously you can earn it back. Like how a plant could reproduce its fruit again with the help of these things, like they are a biological process they could do. Your money doesn't have any sense, right?
I disagree with you, but go on. We've been over this.
Your money doesn't have any sense. If while you're sleeping, if I cut your finger, you'll know. If I take your money, you're not going to know. But you still disagree with the fact, like, I would go to a cybercrime police because you could go and raise a complaint. So you're doing that. That can't do. If they don't have a desire to live, they're not going to have these full systems and the hormones like oxalins, gibberellins, abscisic acid and all these things. Do you know why that emotions, you have that intrinsic thoughts? You are saying the most important thing what vegans say is they cry like you, they scream like you, they just don't speak like you, they run, they do.
See, Shaan,
so that's why they are sentient, and we should compare all this to in the same level.
I have been saying things from the beginning. Okay, from the beginning I have been very clear on what I'm saying, and as we're going to publish everything online, I leave it for the audience to decide what they feel is right and wrong.
Okay.
Wait. My point is that we have to unfortunately wrap it up right now. Okay. Do you agree that right now, okay, first question to you, do you feel that you were given a fair chance to represent your views and ideas on the show, or do you feel like you were cut short on...
No, nothing. No.
You feel
like
you were given a fair chance to speak and represent yourself, right? Okay, fine. Do you agree right now that we both, because I'll tell you one thing, I'm not saying it's in a bad way or anything, but you are kind of going in circles, and I also, as I have to think from an actor's perspective and also from a content creator perspective. I cannot have this video be unnecessarily long and then make people feel bored and not want to watch the video. I have to think from both ways, right?
Yeah, sure.
So I believe we are going in circles at this point. Okay, we have kind of both have very clearly given their side of the argument. the other party either agrees or disagrees.
Yeah,
Right,
I've seen it. I've seen your agreement and things. You could edit. I have things for 7 days after purposing, after you publishing or promoting
No,
a
not
video.
that. I'm
these
talking
things.
about that. Right now, both sides have presented their points. Whatever I said, you can choose to agree or disagree. Whatever you said, I agree or disagree. Whatever is
Yeah,
right.
simple.
Yeah. Now, do you think it makes sense to give our closing statements and just...
Yeah, closing statement.
Is it fine?
I just 3 questions. I wanted to know. You gave a one answer. And
wait, hold up, buddy. This is the problem again. You
okay, wrapping it up and giving a conclusive.
Yeah,
things.
are you
sure.
open? Okay, so would you, since you were talking about those 3 points, I kind of unfortunately had to interject you in the middle to stop. Would you like to continue? And that will be, along with that, you just give your finishing statement. Then I will also give my finishing statement, and then it's over. Is that fine? You can just proceed. You were talking those 3 points right now.
So those 3 points.
Yeah.
To audience, right?
You just talk casually. They'll understand.
The first thing, like what I wanted to know is use the word animal rights activist, and you clearly mentioned that for just for pulling people out. I'm using the word, and I'm going against the principle. What actually it's I'm following. The second thing is do unto others as you do unto them, and you are questioning it. The main thing is like you are applying these things to human. Why you're not extending this to animals? I'm asking is the same thing. Hurting and killing, it's not involved. Stealing, we are stealing from the plant kingdom. The act of evil is same. The victims are different. The kingdom is different. You are saying if you are doing this, we are called as a human supremacist, speciesist. If you do that to a kingdom, what it's called as a kingdomist.
If you want to go on, I'm not going to talk.
That's
right
the
now.
second thing.
This is your
third
your
thing.
time.
You did that. You've seen the things. I've seen. I went to the butcher shop. I've seen a goat get the slit throat and the blood get drained out and hanging upside down. I bought it. I cleaned myself. I cooked and I ate. I got any problem with that. If I consent with my own full consent, I'm going into boxing ring. I'm going to know my nose will get break by opponent, or I might get injured, or I will injure him. With full consent, I'm entering into the ring. I'm okay with that, right? Simple. If you're telling me, I know every fact, and yet I choose to do this, right?
Go on.
If you're preaching, and some people think that no, it's not fair, I should go vegan. Yeah, that's their choice. I know every fact. While you're showing this video and showing all these footages with this sad BGMs, classical musics in background, I don't feel any bad thing. I'm okay with eating it. Simple.
So I'll give mine right now. Just like yours, let me speak. No more back and forth. I'll finish it, then we close the podcast, okay? So I have a couple of things to say to the audience right now watching. If you have, first of all, been watching it for this long, this video, thank you for watching such a big podcast. There are certain things I do want to say, and once again, I want to give a disclaimer and say that I'm not saying any of the things right now as in any way, as in a demeaning way, or to insult Shaan at all. I'm giving this from an observational perspective. Shaan is a human supremacist. He has a bias only towards human beings. He has also said that he not only feels it is wrong to kill human beings because they have intrinsic value, but also because it will benefit him, because a psycho killer could also kill him at one point in time. Now, with that being the case, he is, however, even if you were to take only intrinsic value here, he is unwilling to acknowledge that intrinsic value that's found inside animals. Even though he very well could, he's consuming them only for taste pleasure right now. At this point, biologically, he does not need, if he has just 100 rupees to 120 rupees per day to spare. Apart from this, we have been over so many points so many times, and I just feel drained because it's like I'm talking to someone for the past 2.5 hours and they bring up basic points which have already been covered again in their ending statement. When he makes a statement saying like, if I go to a boxing match and I am consenting to fight there, and if my face gets broken, I obviously can't say anything wrong because I chose to go there because I consented it there. However, then he compares that to a slaughterhouse where he saw a goat getting killed. The goat did not consent to that. That is the whole point. We vegans keep mentioning that these animals are non-consenting victims in this whole problem. The whole point is that we are looking at it from the animal's perspective, and they are suffering, and saying that they are not willing participants of what's happening to them. But for some reason, this is being shoved under the rug, and then when it's convenient for him, he talks about nature when it comes to how we treat animals. But the moment I compare it to how we treat humans, he tries to say, no, we should not do this for humans. I see a lot of holes and problems within the statements he has said today in this podcast. I did my best to respond to every single statement he has said. I leave it to the audience to decide what they feel is right and what they want to do. That is me from my side. And I guess with that, we will just have to end the podcast here. And I want to say, Shaan, thank you so much for your time. Thank you for choosing to be on this show and represent your ideas. And like I said, I hope you were also given a flat platform to speak about from your side properly. All right. Thank you.